died to him.
Yeah.
And we are live.
Hello.
I heard die.
Hello.
Yeah.
Talking
The
about
Last
new and old
Samurai.
shows.
They
You
died.
must die.
You must die.
Talking about things we just started rewatching.
Or new things.
Yeah.
Or new things.
Or
yes.
slightly older things. TV shows.
So I think
Definitely
I'm
TV
in
shows.
season 2.
Talking about things that can't even be watched right now because they don't exist. No.
You've got some
Maybe-
bangers
maybe-
ahead of you.
Actually, maybe not. I tried to DM you, but you're not on my friends list. Apparently,
Really?
we are not friends.
We're
What?
not friends,
Are we not friends?
are we? Not?
Did we just
Confirmed.
become
I
best
think-
friends?
Confirmed hatred.
I think you can still DM people if you're in the same
I might have it
server,
set
though.
to not be that way for
Oh.
myself.
I mean,
which
I
means
just
he
need
doesn't want to be friends with you.
Right?
I am
Oh no, I can message you, but
very, very bad at adding people to things.
So I've been doing some work.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. Tell us, Rogen.
So
I'm about to make everybody mad with the amount of home brewing I'm about to do.
Oh no.
Not to mention I'm also using first edition, so that's going to make, some people upset.
I've only ever played first edition.
I've
The
yet to
one
find
time I played it.
One, because I like first edition better, and two, because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy the other books.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like the first edition of Vampire the Masquerade better. But I'm just old school.
I'm not going to lie, I don't like any edition of Vampire the Masquerade, but that's just me.
That's fair. It's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody, and it's definitely not for my eyes. Ugh. Reading that thing was always a chore.
Quite
Oh.
big. It's quite bulky.
Of course, my keyboard isn't lit up. Oh, well, I'm not using that right now. So how are all of you?
Stressful week ended. So good.
I've been sick for most of the week.
yeah, and you might have given it to
Yeah.
me.
No.
Oh,
I don't know how. I mean, we've been like staying away from each other like the damn plague.
Yeah, like it's even when you cough, I take a step back because I can't take any time off work right now.
No. Let's rephrase that. Anytime I cough, you fucking like a dolphin dive out of my room because you're trying to avoid a grenade or some shit. You hit that quick time event to get out of the way.
It's not that serious. I step back because you cough in my direction.
But here's the thing.
I cover my mouth.
Here's the thing, though. Do you kiss
No.
Evie and then then she goes over to Cass and then Cass kisses her?
I mean, yeah, that happens.
There you go.
So you know what? You could blame Evie.
Evie's the carrier.
Blame
She's
Evie.
the carrier.
the carrier.
It's always an animal.
Not the
It's
source.
always an animal.
The cat.
I mean,
who,
she has been cuddling with me.
The
cat
messenger.
Who is,
Don't shoot the messenger.
the cat who is currently sitting behind me. Because she doesn't know how to sit in laps unless it's with Cassie. Because she's
Only
upset
with
that she
Mama.
got shut in the fridge.
She's
Mad at Daddy.
That's her own dumb fault.
Cat
don't-
thing.
I don't think she's gonna learn from that experience,
no.
honestly.
She's my cat. She's never gonna learn shit. She's gonna keep causing problems and expect everything else to change around her. She's a Siamese for for Christ's sake. But now she's sitting behind me, so I have what's called emotional support chair going on right now.
You have to make sure that you lean back too to cover her.
Yep. Because she does this when she is stressed and when she is cold.
She tried doing that with me, but it does not work in my chair because my chair is smaller than yours. So it isn't comfortable enough for her.
I have to sit like this because she's behind me and I'm not going to move her. So it just looks like I'm just very nonchalant and uncaring at the moment. So Malls will be with us soon. Malls is at the showering of a baby or something like that.
Party or yeah,
I think
one
it's a
of those
baby
things.
shower or something.
Baby shower.
But they'll
Yeah,
be
they're
with us.
cleaning a baby right now.
They'll be with us shortly. And then we've got V6 tonight still. I'm not canceling that. I'll probably regret that, but I'm not canceling it. But yeah. Last time we were together, not a lot really happened. You cleared out. Well, you technically didn't clear out. You defeated Octavian's grandfather, making the fight a billion times easier with a very handy dandy placed daylight spell. So it kind of made things a little bit difficult for Octavian, but you guys bolstered him up and he managed. It's okay. Nobody died.
He told us he said it's fine.
Yep.
He said do what you have to do. It's fine.
He said to go ham, so I went, all right, here's a ham and cheese sandwich.
And he's like, fuck, I'm lactose intolerant.
You told me, hey.
But afterwards, a little bit of a sad temporary goodbye was said between Octavian and the group, with a little bit of prodding from her fellow Zfling. Zafira actually ran up and kissed Octavian, which caught him off guard completely. And as he left a couple people behind for you to begin restoring the manor as his grandfather's influence is no longer around. It reverted to its once original dilapidated state. But he left a couple people behind, including Renlo and Brutus, who had a bit of a crush on Zenith due to Zenith doing a little bit of
lie.
A bit of dream lying to the poor guy. Chloe tried to charm Brutus, which heavily backfired, and she realized that it was the first introduction that he wasn't just some idiot as everyone originally thought. Turns out that he is actually an ogre mage that was under some sort of an enchantment from Octavian's grandfather that was keeping him like stupid and docile, and he was only being used for muscle. But as that enchantment started wearing down, he started returning to himself, and he had a bit of a conversation with Zenith. They sorta made up and apologized, and as everybody was getting up in the morning for breakfast, a loud crash happened outside the walls of your new home, as you were all introduced to Zafira's second grandma, Grandma Rose, who was this very happy-go-lucky looking old lady, just like head of like white curly hair and just like dressed in like very vibrant pinks. Sort of crash landed her cauldron in the front yard and wanted to let Zafira and her friends know that the grandmas have gathered back at Silverkeep and they're ready to begin their ritual. And the original plan was for everyone to pile on into the cauldron and make their way back to Silverkeep. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys if there's anything you want to take care of first. If you want to travel if you want to travel with your cart instead of, taking the Grandma Express, that is completely up to you.
That does bring up a good point. If we find loot, how are we bringing it back?
I don't know who you're
I
proposing that to.
to the group out of character because I don't want
Bag
to
of
keep.
holding.
I mean, true, but at the same time,
Yeah,
one of
if it's small enough to fit in, but any bigger loot
Mm.
wouldn't fit in the bag, right?
right. I'm not expecting large loot in the city. Most of the stuff that's out there is just jewelry and books and other small things. But
That sounds like great loot to me.
yeah. But here's
would
my
you
other.
not want to do the Grandma Express?
I mean, I do want to do the Grandma Express. I love the idea. I'm just saying, what if we wanted to take that giant stone with us? The city stone.
The city stone?
I don't think we'd be able to lift that.
Mm.
Neither do I.
You like, I'm not even gonna make you roll. You know that even taking the cart with you, that thing would either collapse the cart or the cart is not big enough. Like the size of the size of the stone that you saw in the center of what was it? I don't want to say Windermere.
Silverkeep.
Silverkeep, Windermere, and
was it Windermere that you guys went to previously?
Yeah, it was Windermere first.
The size of it in Windermere was probably about like a good 15-20 foot statue, and guessing just based off of the weight, it's probably like a good half a ton.
Yeah, no, that definitely crushed the damn cart.
We probably can't break off pieces of the stone.
It would probably
either.
crush Danny.
Oh, it would definitely crush Danny. She's not that strong.
I mean, we do have that thing where like we can
Continue
attune
talking.
to
I
it
have a nephew at
totally
the door.
fine.
Yep.
We can attune to it just fine, and then just keep it like.
Just keep it there.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
That's
because we'll
fine,
be able to attune to it at any point with our.
That's
our
right.
stones.
We can rotate the adjustment for.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like
We
a
just
one
gotta
time.
collect it
Okay.
first.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
don't actually have to take the stone. We just have to get the
We
bill.
have to collect them all like Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So scratch that idea. It's cauldron ride. I'm all for it.
Well, I mean, you got me thinking now. We don't know what we're gonna encounter in there, and there could be some larger things that we might want to collect. Let's say, so
Like what?
a cart,
Why didn't I think of
Well,
this before?
like chests and gold statues and that sort of
I
thing.
think they have gold statues.
I'm
Still
just
have
gonna.
gold statues.
I'm just gonna say I'm completely stupid. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. We have the capsule with our tent stuff.
Yeah.
We put the wagon in the tent. The horses can stay here. We just need to load it up.
But why would we bring the wagon and not the horses?
Because the wagon we can just have as a central location with our tent stuff, load stuff into it, and then pop it back into the capsule, and then return back.
I'm just imagining the horses with us in the cauldron going like.
Well, we wouldn't have to take the horses. We don't want to put the horses through more trauma than the stone
Look,
assassin.
they've gone through a
They've
lot.
gone enough.
Okay.
They can have a nice time in the pasture next to our new mansion house thing.
If
Yeah,
Anakin
give 'em a
didn't keep
break.
talking to them, I'm pretty sure they would have run off by now. I
Yeah,
fucked the shit I'm out.
they gain sentience and like fuck this shit I'm out.
Ugh.
So yeah, we could do that. Just
I think
ideas.
if we bring the wagon, we should bring the horses as well. And if we don't bring the horses, then I don't think we need to bring the wagon.
Fair enough.
I mean, one
Oh,
kind of relies on having the other. So
or we can load the wagon, and then will it all fit in the capsule? And then when we go back home,
I would assume so.
that's the thing. Like,
Depends on how much I guess we load up.
yeah, we don't actually know what the like hard limits of the capsule thing are.
Are you talking
wanna
about
test
your
it out?
camp?
yes.
Yeah. Camp we can open up in the middle.
Because you told us we're able to store stuff in there.
Yes,
It
you
just,
are.
they just can't be live.
inanimate.
You
stuff.
are able to store stuff.
Oh,
Though,
Okay. So
if you remember correctly, Belvedere did suggest that if you are storing anything, that it is either tied down or placed in chests. Like, you don't want anything loose strewn about.
right.
I mean, we can.
Does the artificer have a nail gun?
I'm probably. And give me like 2 hours. I'll make a nail gun.
Just anchor everything down.
I have thieves' tools, tinker's tools, smith's tools. So.
You do not have a nail gun.
God.
We have a Python gun. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, if you're
Hey, she said
now-
give her 2 hours, she'll make one.
if you're like a mechanic or something in Starfinder, you totally have a nail gun.
Yeah. All right. So scratch that at it.
Well, I mean, there is this really cool piece of technology called a hammer.
Yeah.
It's like a non-powered nail gun.
Yeah. So do I have a hammer?
What
You-
is this?
You have multiple
Hammer.
hammers.
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
nails.
It's. Do I have nails? Most likely.
If you don't have nails,
And
the
then screws and
crafting.
screwdrivers and stuff.
If you don't have nails, you have nails in the crafting station in the camp.
Yeah. We're good to
We're good.
bring stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm bringing all this chaos.
Not
So-
you're
Back
fine.
back to the cart discussion. I think we should take the horses and cart. As interesting as a flying cauldron is, I think we should take the horses and the cart because we're gonna need them after we're done at Silverkeep anyway.
Fine if you want to do it the boring way. I
Yeah.
was just gonna ask for a ride back.
I don't want to impose on the hags too much, the grandmas too much.
The hag energy trio.
No, they're super nice, you know, and so she goes up to Grandma Rose. And she's like, "Well, so if we go with you, will we be able to get a ride back with you, or should we like, I don't know, bring our cart or something?"
Well, dear, if you go with me, I'm not walking. I have a mode of transportation.
But like, I mean, like once we get there, how can we get back home? Will one of you guys take?
Are you asking for a way
Please?
back?
Yes, please. Will you take us back home once we're done?
Oh, of course, dear. Of course. Yes, yes. I'm trying to do a grandma voice and my voice is shot, so I'm sorry.
Just do that. Just do that like low Garrus type
Yes,
voice.
dearie, of course I will.
Oh, do my Garrus voice for everybody?
Yes.
Grandma Rose now sounds like Garrus.
Yes.
Grandma Vicarian.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Gilf, but the G stands for Garrus.
God damn it. I fucking hate that's creative.
I'm sorry. The Garrus I want to fuck? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Oh, so Mass Effect. So Mass Effect.
Yes. 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 Absolutely. A game I
Yes.
haven't played, but I want to play Garrus Dating Simulator.
Look, there's a love interest Turian right there for Vera to just snatch up, but she's just playing hard to get.
Coward.
No,
Maybe
she
he
likes the game.
wasn't such a war criminal.
He's a Turian.
Like, what?
Fair.
You don't know shit.
Weirds is just so over this.
I've got no input. I'm sorry.
So yeah, Rose lets you know that she would take you back.
Okay. So,
All right.
who's back? Yeah,
Everyone's got their bags ready.
we got ride there and ride back. It's fun. My grandma says I can go
Okay.
over to your house if it's okay with your grandma.
All right.
So
Well,
we're gonna fly in a cauldron? Yeah.
yeah.
Will it fit all of us?
It's magic.
Kind of looks back down at the crater. That should be fine.
It's just a little crater.
Just a little crater. All right. Well, I'm ready to go. Just anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So how do we do this, Grandma Rose?
As she just like pulls a wand out and she sort of waves it at the cauldron and pops it out of the earth and sets it down, walks over, kind of dusts off like the clods that have stuck to it, and she just reaches out and opens up a small door. It's like, everyone in.
Okay.
Immediately goes in.
Just watches Zavira go in and it's like, oh, it's like that. Okay.
And as you walk in, it's much like the outside. On the inside, it's circular, just with like a round bench just along the inner part of the cauldron itself. Kind of reminiscent to
It's like a skyline.
like a skyline, or like the gravity ride from like the amusement parks where they just spin you really fast and you just get pinned to the wall.
Oh, those. Oh no.
No, those ones don't even really have a bench. For the most part, the one that I've been in is just you stand against the wall and then it goes up.
It's more of a standing bed.
I've
It's
seen.
just right there.
I've been on ones that are the bench and they kind of just like throw you around.
I think those ones are like the open ones that like also like tilt.
Yeah.
Okay, those ones got it.
Yeah.
It's like, but at the end of the ride, you've had like 4 people in your lap.
All right.
They do it on purpose.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
Alright.
There's no seatbelts.
Just kind of grabs onto the edge of the cauldron. Like,
Oh, there's no edge of the cauldron. When you go inside, you see the like the lip of the cauldron above you. Like you fit perfectly
it's
inside.
that big.
Yeah, it's large. It is a large cauldron.
Yeah, we
oh,
didn't know how large it was, so it's like, oh, okay, this is like a room.
Okay. Fair.
So, once again, no seatbelts?
No.
Okay.
She's like, well, okay. I hope everybody is nice and situated and nobody gets motion sick. And she walks over and she just takes a small vial and she kind of just like throws it in the center, and just like a little bit of liquid begins to pool up, and then it begins to drain into these small channels on the floor. As you can see, it trace along the floor and up the walls of the cauldron and up out the lip, as like this like soft like green gas begins spewing out of the top. And she just says, "Silverkeep, please." The cauldron begins to shake and it begins to spin really fast as you take off into the sky.
You have to make sure that you say it correctly, like flue powder.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Silverkeep, please.
I'm sorry, but my brain is instantly going, this is now the magic school bus,
Yes.
but the cauldron.
Yes, the magic cauldron.
The magic school bus, but Miss Frizzle's a hag.
Exactly. I mean,
I thought she already was.
we all knew she was.
Some sort of Fey adjacent creature.
Mm-hmm.
She has to be.
Mhm.
She survived the moon. All
For
right.
someone to have that much power and be so calm the whole time, yeah, she's a fucking hag.
So I need all of you. Let's make it a group Constitution saving throw here.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm using
my
new
God.
dice. So
I instinctively was about to say, y'all get a +4 from me, and I'm like, nope, different character.
Not your paladin.
Not my paladin. Because there were so many saves done last episode that I'm just like,
I'm useful.
I'm useful.
I serve a purpose.
Paladin,
don't download
Paladin,
Chrome.
what is your purpose? I provide an aura of saving throws.
Oh my God.
God. All right.
one's starting off really strong. I'm very happy.
All right. Chloe, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Pretty good. You good there, Cass?
Oh, my thing is back here.
Put it on your desk.
Both of you to assume I have room. I have my work computer on there and everything. It's not a flat surface, so I got a 12.
Okay. What's your name? Danny.
Dirty 20.
I almost said Rose for some reason. Nazaryn's not even in this game.
I am part Fae, I guess.
Awkward.
And then Vanica.
4.
Jesus Christ. Way to bring the
I rolled
class
a
average
2.
down. Damn.
I rolled a 2.
Thankfully enough, there were enough successes that nobody gets motion sick.
Good.
I
don't
Danny's just like, stay.
though
Vanica's like,
Vanica, you haven't really experienced air travel before.
no.
And being a creature that is like usually in touch with the ground their entire life, experience is a little jarring, but you kind of get you get a little jostled and thrown about, but you're fine. Just a little woozy once it finally touches down.
Tries to pull a tree and just tries to root herself into, and she's like, "It's not working. It's too much." Ah!
He's like, okay,
She's looking a little green.
Rose calls everyone's like, okay, everybody, brace for impact. You know, it's a new cauldron. I haven't gotten all the bells and whistles sorted out just yet.
Okay.
Is that why it was a big crater in the front? Boom!
And as you say that, as you're like, there was a big crater in the front, boom! And everybody gets kind of like jostled and thrown out of their seats.
Yeah, because just wherever she lays, that's where she's staying.
Zephyr's just giggling because like she hasn't traveled by cauldron in like a long time. Like, yes, this is great.
It's kind of like patting her ear, trying to get the sound out.
And Rose walks by just very nonchalant and opens the door and walks on out. Okay, everybody, we're here.
See Danielle carrying Vanica. Is like, are you okay?
No, I'll be okay.
This way.
I'll be okay.
Next
I'm
time
gonna
we
toss
take
my
the
leaves.
card.
But we're
Oh,
here.
I'm gonna toss my leaves. Oh goodness. Okay. Okay. I'm fine. I just need to sit for a moment. That's all. It's cool. It's fine.
Okay. Huh. What does it actually look like when we step out?
So
Because like,
when you step out, you are not in the same area that you were before at Silverkeep. I'm going to take you guys over to the map really quick. You, instead of being on the west side of Silverkeep, you are now more in like the southeastern side. So like around
Okay.
here.
oh, okay.
Like a little distance out, but you could see that as soon as Rose exits out of the area, she looks over to like a large bonfire set up, and she whips her wand at it, and it erupts in a spout of blue flame. And as she does that, you could see in other directions and like pretty much adjacent points on each side of Silverkeep, other large bonfires lighting off.
Oh, okay. Huh. Part of the ritual.
Yes, dear.
Okay.
And then there's a final just like little excuse me, not really a bonfire, but just what like a skyrocket light that sort of like peeks up from the entrance of the main gate of Silverkeep.
Okay.
Rose looks over like, okay, it looks like everybody is in position. All right, kids, let's let the grandmas do our work, and you should be able to make your way down into Silverkeep.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Anything other than the phage that's in there? Anything we might need to be aware of as the ritual's being going on?
Kiddo, I literally just got here, and then I was told to get this one. I'm not really sure what to expect in there. I know the phage is there because I can see the phage.
No. I meant in order to not disrupt your ritual while we're in there.
Don't touch me.
Okay.
Although, Danny, I remember I think someone in our group did say we could potentially find, what was the word? Racist pricks. They might be dead.
They might be dead.
As
most likely dead.
Rose sort of giggles and she's like, if there are any racist pricks left in Silverkeep at this point in time, they are very dead.
Oh, okay then.
They were probably turned into salad people.
Right.
Big frogs.
Well, I guess we should start walking in then.
Oh no, don't walk in. Don't walk in. We haven't even started the ritual yet.
She said they were finishing. Come back.
Like,
oh well, Danny's lost.
we are 3 squares away, sir. Hours of a walk. I'm sorry.
She's like,
how am I gonna get to the front?
I forgot your speed is faster than ours.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking
here.
She's like, just stay here in
We're ritualizing here.
She's like, stay here in this protective circle until the ritual is done.
Okay, I need to lie down anyway, so this is fine. This is fine.
Just kind of looks out in the distance, looks like no threats, no one to bother us. Okay.
So
okay.
Rose walks up to a second circle that is just a massive jumble of like runic sigils. And as she begins to walk forward, she begins to chant in a different language as she reaches into a bag on her hip, and she pulls out just like this white mask and she just places it over her face. And as she does, all of you begin to see her grow probably a good 6 feet.
Okay.
Can I understand the language?
What languages do you speak?
A few. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
You understand some of the words.
Okay.
You notice that
it's an older dialect.
Whatever she is chanting seems to be changing languages.
Oh. Okay.
It seems to be a jumble of about like 5 languages, but Sylvan and Primordial are in there.
Okay.
Okay, so I understand a little bit of the Sylvan then.
Same.
It's kind of cool. All right. Chloe over here going.
Chloe speaks Primordial.
Oh,
okay.
She's probably not paying attention.
That's fair. I have my head in your lap right now. I'm just going to lay here real quick and recover.
Meanwhile, Danny is just having a moment like Captain America. Like, I understood that one.
I understood that reference.
And Zafira's just like sitting there going like, oh, okay. And then like is like picking some grass, putting it in a vial and everything, and like reading a book. Just like,
you've been around the grandma magic enough, you know that it looks
just
cool, but at the same time,
don't
just
bug her.
be quiet and don't bug the grandma you're around, and you're fine.
Yeah, like it's cool, but like it's kind of like Because I feel like she would have been there during some of the grandma magic. Not like all of the
You've
not all of
yeah,
it. But
you've
I've experienced
experienced
enough that I'm
grandma
like, oh,
magic.
you grew to 6 feet, and
Yep.
you're chanting, and that's just how magic is sometimes.
They put on the mask. Mask makes them grow.
Mhm.
Their voice
Oh.
deepens a little bit, and they start speaking a weird dialect that you recognize some of the words.
When she was little, she made her own mask out of like paper, like paper
Little paper
mache.
mache.
Oh, that's cute.
Of course.
I'm one of them.
And she pulls
That's
out
cute.
she pulls out the wand again, and those of you who are paying attention can notice that her hands have like transformed like pretty much to what you can only describe as very long, spindly like claws, holding like this gnarl wand in her hand. And as she chants, a light begins to form at the tip, and then a lightning bolt comes down and strikes it, and she whips it towards Silverkeep as just this continual beam of electric energy sort of zips into the center and strikes into the phage. And as she does that, each one of the other points, you can see fire coming in, and then ice, and then what looks just to be like a string of rock, just like slamming into the center as she just continues to chant. And as she continues to chant, the voices of the other individuals at their points begin to echo over the horizon, as it's just now one chorus chanting the same things over and over and over again. And there's apparently a dog in the background barking.
Quiet,
They
dog.
said don't break the concentration. I cast silence.
Cast silence on the dog, got it.
Pop tart. Commencing bark sequence.
Barf, bark, bark, wow, bow, bark, bow, bow.
Rooftop, roof.
Real quick, just because of the way you described her hand, does she resemble the same type of creature that Madame Zoss was, the circus lady?
Give me... Let's make an intelligence check.
Oh no, we're doomed.
Don't say that.
Oh no, my dice say we're not doomed. That's a nat 20 for 20.
I was gonna say guidance.
It's similar. It's not the same. Like the coloration and everything of the claws and of the flesh and everything is a vast difference, as to where Zost seemed to have just what looked to be skin of like charred bark. This claw seems to be a little more upkept. Again, it still has like a very bark-like look to it, but it seems to just be like this like dark ashen white.
Are the nails painted?
Yes, the
Like a
nails,
nice, like
the nails are just like this like very vibrant pink.
She had a manicure.
acrylic?
before this. She was in the middle of a manicure before she got called.
a little bit of rhinestones, and glitter.
Like the being in front of you is still dressed like Grandma Rose, even with like the little shawl around her shoulders and everything, but
Yep.
6 feet taller and wearing a mask and having very long, spindly claw-like hands.
What does the mask look like again? Is it like an animal mask or
No,
like
it
a
is.
regular?
It is just a blank white mask. It has just like a pair of eye holes, and that's it.
Oh, so like just paper plate-esque.
Not even paper
Just
plate esque.
flat.
It's like just like the very flat porcelain masks.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like if anything, like as she's wearing it, it kind of reminds you of a marionette.
I think Danny's just walking in circles, like, usual patrol.
Antsy.
Well, she doesn't know if this is going to attract anything. So.
Give me a survival check as you're doing that, Danny.
Alright. 17.
As you're like kind of walking around this like small protective circle she's asked you to stand in, you see wildlife, but it's running away. And like some of the things you catch, they like clear signs of absolute terror on their faces as they're just booking it as this ritual's going off.
So nothing in the immediate area that would think that we're being a threat and therefore they have to fight it. Okay.
No, it's more, holy shit, this stuff is scary, I'm getting out.
Gotcha. Normal response.
GTFO'd.
Yeah.
GTFO'd.
Yep, normal response.
Creepy grandma's casting grandma magic. It's time to get out of here.
Yeah. She still does the circles because she still doesn't know much about this place. But yeah, she stays within the circle.
All right, give me 1 second here. I was checking the phone for the Withered Wastes chat to see if when Malls was saying that they're back. So,
Oh, gotcha.
if one of you can keep an eye on that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll help.
But this ritual goes on for probably a good 30-45 minutes, and afterwards, near the end, there's this thunderous crack as like this beam of like radiant energy just comes down and strikes into Silverkeep. And you could see the phage sort of being pushed out and then almost like just sort of like pushed out and like billowing over the walls. And when it looks like it's almost about to spill over the top, it's pulled quickly back in a vacuum and just up into the celestial pillar. And as the last remnants of the phage are pulled, the light dies down in the area. The ritual ends, and every one of the bonfires in unison wick out.
Sophia closes her book and starts packing up.
And the Rose sort of turns back to all of you. And as soon as like she steps out of the circle and she reaches up and she like takes off the mask, you would see the body begin to morph back down into that little kindly looking old woman as she just places the mask on her hip.
It's like it all went well.
Yes, it's a very elementary spell if you have the right group of people to work with. Luckily, I've known the girls for almost my entire life.
How long is that?
Dear, that is not a kind thing to ask an old woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. If it helps, I'm an old woman too. If it helps at all.
She kind of like looks at
Maybe
you. She's
not.
like, you don't look like you're even 21.
I get that a lot. No, I'm actually very old too. Probably not as old as
Old
that's
as
rude.
what?
Never mind. Old as a superior being.
She's like, right.
Me, the player, almost put my own foot in my mouth.
Huh.
Never mind. I was just trying to be relatable, but never mind. I made it worse.
Wait, Vanica, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I actually don't know. At least 1,000? Something like that.
Oh.
She kind of like walks, Rose
think-
walks over to you and just kind of taps like one of her nails on your body. She's like, yeah, that makes sense for what you are. Though that doesn't make you an old woman, dear. Your kind are young forever, no matter how old you get.
That is true. I guess I'm the old lady compared to everyone else here. She points to her group.
She like looks over to
jealous or
she looks over to the rest of the group. She's like, most definitely, dear.
I don't know what to think about it. Honestly, just stop thinking about it. There you
Like, well, my job is done here. It's time for me to get back to my little cottage in the neck of the woods and get back to my crocheting.
Okay.
And she
Thank
walks
you, Grandma
Rose.
Rose.
And
Yeah,
she walks
I almost said
over
Grandma
and
Sophie.
she walks over and she gives you a hug, and then you feel her like place something in your hand as she walks away.
Mhm.
And it's just like a collection of like those little like grandma mints, like the little like marshmallow kind of mints that all grandmas have.
I was like, were those originals? Nope, mints.
Or the strawberry cream savers.
No, they're just like the little mints.
No, they're worse.
They're like the
I like the cream savers.
The puffball ones
Yeah,
are
the puff-
are
the
really
puff
nice.
mints, yeah.
Yeah. Those are addicting.
yeah, they are.
Dude, I tried Nerds Gummy Clusters for the first time. Those are addicting. as
Gila
well.
Tam's obsessed with those.
She's like,
Just-
I'll give the rest of the girls your love. Maybe the next time we're gathered together for one of our poker nights or something, you can stop by. I'm pretty sure the rest of the group would love to meet your friends.
I will talk to the group about when we can go do that because that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they would have a lot of fun. I don't know if they know any card games, so but I'm sure they'll be happy to learn. I mean, Chloe might know card games.
What games?
I don't.
It's like, well, we will see. And as this conversation is going on, you see like the two other cauldrons just like take off into the air in separate directions.
Oh, what do we do if we want to ride back home? Because we did not bring the cart.
That's right.
It's not terribly far, right?
Tell you what. I will wait here for a day. Gives you plenty of time to go through what you need in the city. And when you come out, I'll give you a way back.
Thank you. So nice.
Oof.
Yeah,
Worf.
work.
It's morning, so we got plenty of time until next morning. Yeah?
Mhm.
All right.
Gives us a bit, yeah.
All right. Should I go ahead and scout, or do you think we're just gonna walk in together?
I
think
think
we're
we
fine
should just.
this swap.
Yeah. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
Yeah.
almost everything is probably dead. So
Okay. Can take it easy then.
And then Saphira takes a part of her antler off and hands it to Grandma Rose, and she's like,
I don't need that. I know where you're at all the time. And she kind of like points down to her hip, and you see a little like a little doll that she knitted of you like years ago.
Has all your hair. All your baby hair.
"It's a real thing." And
It's a hag, of course.
no wonder Grandma kept my hair when she cut it.
All right. Well,
Just drops it in her bag. She's like,
For later.
For someone else.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Just kind of gets the shield out. He's like, all right, we're good to go then.
Vanica will lean into Chloe, going like, "So are we looking for anything in particular? You said chess? Like any chess?"
Anything that looks valuable, but the real reason we're here, not that that isn't the real reason. You should always be looking for loot and valuables that are just left unattended. But the reason why we initially wanted to come in here is to look for information.
Right. And the crystal.
Yes, and to
Okay.
attune our stones to the crystal.
Okay. I will keep an eye out for loot and information.
Shiny things, like jewelry and gold and gems, and there's probably a lot of unintended coins lying around, that sort of thing.
Breaks the first pot just to
Oh,
find
right.
coins in it.
Right, your currency. Right, that's probably helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, shiny things. Shiny things. Okay.
And anything that feels magical.
Yeah, if you need to confirm whether something is magical or not, put it all in a big pile in front of me. I'll do the thing.
Yeah,
I was just gonna do a metal detector, but detect magic and just be like beep beep.
Yeah, yours lasts
Just be-
longer. Mine only
Yeah.
is like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And I get 3 of those.
I also have detect magic, so
I might just save those for myself, actually. Never mind.
I think we good.
Alright.
But I'm not gonna do it like to every single house, especially since it's not gonna take 10 minutes to go through stuff. Like if I see something important, like we go into an important like office building, I'll be like, magic.
If I remember correctly, when we were in Windermere and when we were in parts of Silverkeep, like literally half the place was magic anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll use my eyes first.
Well, one of the places I wouldn't mind going to while we're perusing, and not just for loot, although I definitely want to look for loot while we're there,
Mhm.
is the Mages College, because they probably have a bunch of books and stuff, and if we're looking for information, that might be a good idea.
That's not the same as the tower that we were in, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
I think that was a
Um,
private collection we came across, but we definitely were trying to find the other library, and it was just too
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause
So I know
we're-
Zen really wanted to go in there.
Silverkeep itself does not have a mages college per se, though you have just from like the area that you looked out of when you were in that private collection, it looks like there was like some sort of tower or something in the city. Like the only quote unquote official magic college is Rensera.
Right.
Yeah, when we were going through the tunnel, the doors that we were passing by, one of them was labeled Mages College, but I assume that was just like some guy that was, writing these labels on the doors, and they weren't like the official titles of the places.
Or maybe it was fast
So-
travel to the school.
Oh, do you think?
Magic place. Possible.
So what you're saying is
Another trip to the sewers?
we've got a back door
No.
to the school.
No.
Maybe. This is unconfirmed yet, but we can always investigate later. So, is the portcullis closed, or is there?
You're
another
not
way?
even there yet.
Yeah. kinda
You're
figured.
probably a good 2 to 3 hour walk from the front gate.
Okay. Still no immediate threats from wildlife and all that?
You're a
Okay.
I'll tell you this, there are no threats in this area that you're even gonna have to roll for, because the grandma scared the absolute hell out of everything in the general area. Though the moment that you say goodbye to Rose and you walk beyond that protective circle, just this chill begins to run down your spine. Not enough to scare you, but just like there was some sort of lingering fear out here that is just slowly but surely dying down.
Ah, okay. Kind of like how there was a deterrent at the door when we were first coming through here.
Yeah, this seems to be some sort of like residual effect of the ritual, that just anything that was outside that protective circle was just encapsulated in just an aura of impenetrable fear.
That's what that was.
Not impenetrable, just like dominating fear. It's just like they had to get out of the area. That's why you saw all the wildlife just running panicked as this was going on.
Well, now I feel bad, and I don't want them to scare the animals, but I suppose it's probably better that they get out of there than to try to walk in with the phage.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's more generic, like, don't fuck with our ritual, go away.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah, it's double effective. Huh. Still, like, that lingering does make you want to look over your shoulder every once in a while, so she does still keep an eye out.
It's like you're not too scared, but the hairs on the back of your neck are definitely on end. And like even if you don't want to do it, like even if you're trying to fight it, you can't help but like look over your shoulder, like check your six, look above you, check the ground, making sure that like nothing is laying in wait, because even though the fear effect is being taken off, or like is like sort of like fading from the area, it's still strong enough that just that paranoia is still about you.
A missed opportunity for me to have a 10-foot pole.
But by the time you traverse down from the hill where Rose's part of the ritual took place in back onto the main road into Silverkeep, the effect slowly but surely just dissipates around you as you get to the front of Silverkeep, gates wide open. And as you look in, streets are completely clear. You don't see anybody. You don't hear anything. Though you do see walking about the road these suits of armor of various sizes, sort of just maintaining a common patrol. It seems that while the phage was going on, these individuals in these suits were unbothered. You do see some of the suits sort of broken and mangled off to off onto like side streets in the bodies of dead slotty like next to them. So there was combat between them and the slotty, but it doesn't seem as if the phage has directly affected the individuals in this armor.
Yeah, makes sense.
The destroyed armor doesn't look like it has actual people in them.
If it did, there isn't any sign of it.
Okay. So just magical armor sentry patrols. Okay. Nifty. What if they'd be mad if I grab some of that armor? Just kind of walk up and just kind of start like rummaging through it.
So you're just rummaging through the armor itself?
Yeah, just kind of like seeing if there's any like loose parts that I can just stuff in my bag real quick.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll for this armor.
Okay. What is my investigation? It's a positive. There it is. Stay in the box. That is a 19.
A 19. What you're looking at here is the remnants of what would be a suit of full heavy plate mail from head to toe. though the inside is like the inside of it itself, like the bindings that have come loose and everything like that, there's no body, there's no blood, there's nothing, but there is like archaic runes sort of carved on the inside of the helmet, as well as along like the outside of where the I'm forgetting what it's called. It's not beating. When you bind the metal together.
Oh, not welding. Basically just piecemealing it.
Yeah, it's that like along that edge, like along those parts of the armor, just like binding runes kind of carved into it. And you remember at one point in time there was somebody who came to what was it, to Tregarin, who was trying to pitch to the mayor what they called the next generation of city guard, completely autonomous enchanted suits of armor that would carry out and uphold the law without question.
Yeah, we didn't want that.
While they were very efficient, at the same time, the mayor decided not to use them because they didn't have that humanoid factor,
compassion.
that compassion factor, that like the thing to factor, oh, this person did this because of this. It was just, black and white ones and zeros, and he didn't want it. Though it seems to you that, or appears to you that Silverkeep seems to keep many of these in employ.
It takes quick stock of the ones that are around her. Start stuffing in the bag. Like, I could probably melt this stuff down.
Which bag?
We each have a whole bag of holding.
So you go to stuff this in the bag, and it does not go in. Like, it physically resists it.
Ooh.
As you can see some of the runes sort of lighting up as like it's fighting the magic of the bag itself.
That's interesting. Kind of looks like my regular bag. See if it'll go in that.
Your regular bag, you could probably fit the boots.
Boots is enough, honestly. Yeah, that's plenty more metal than I thought I was gonna get away with. So.
Yeah, like, and this metal is like surprisingly heavy. Whoever built these things did not build them for finesse. As one of these suits that you could see off in the distance, probably a good 100 feet away from you, you can still hear the weight of the boots every time it steps. They are not quiet, boys.
Yeah, she can imagine that they're not like aluminum bats about to be swung around. These things are full steel.
They are dense.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is definitely something to look at later.
We do have a forge and workstation and all that stuff in camp. So.
And probably about a good 10 feet from that suit of armor is just this large black two-handed greatsword.
Put the hand on it. And then try to lift it.
What is Danny's strength?
Danny's strength is 18 currently.
18. Danny could lift it, but Danny needs both hands. Like with both hands, like you reach up with one hand, you could lift it up off the ground, but the way that it is made and the way that it is balanced, it requires two hands to correctly lift up and to be able to maneuver comfortably. But this thing is heavy.
I'm just thinking of the giant Final Fantasy sword.
She's gonna look for
Pretty
like
much.
the back holster thing that this thing would have to sit in.
It doesn't have one.
Son of a bitch.
As you
this guy
can
just
see,
came.
is like you've seen some of the knights walking around about before when they were
They don't.
showing off at Trey Garen, and they have those swords out all the time.
Yeah, they're just out and about. Like
Out and
there's
about.
no-
It's like most of the time you'll see them walking around with like the sword in one hand and like either a tower or heater shield in the other hand.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. That's. She's gonna try it again with the hilt going first into the bag. See if it does have that same resistance.
So you're able to just shove that sword into the bag of holding itself.
I'm learning. She's gonna take a few notes, and then she's gonna continue on with the group. All right.
Do the
so-
armor look hostile? Like, do they look like they're bothering us at all, or are they just walking around?
It seems that like it from the armor that give me an insight check. We'll do that.
Because I was gonna wonder, like, if they obey the laws and the word Silverkeep, are they going to kind of obey the laws of like the racism that they have? Obey
Really?
their laws of racism.
God.
I am done using this dice for the night. Just done. That's a 10. I rolled another
That's
2.
not bad. That's not bad. You
Can I
fucking you rolled a 2 and got a 10. I don't want to hear it.
I know, that's why I wanted higher than a 10.
They do, from what it looks like, from the ones that you can see, they don't appear to be hostile. They appear to be on patrol.
Moss is on her way home, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Mal said that that she's home and she's scarfing down some food because she's starving.
Okay, so they're on patrol, but did I at least clock if they like noticed us at all?
If they did, they don't seem to care.
Okay.
I suppose if we just avoid their pathing, we shouldn't be much problem for that. Just don't get hit in the head by, big metal armor walking around.
And make sure they aren't looking if you're gonna swipe anything.
Probably best not to speak our intentions.
Probably true.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm still standing.
Like, I'm thinking about video games where they have like that cone of line of sight and they're like, looking around.
Oh, I'm thinking of like
The
Legend
metal-
of Zelda, the guards with the balls coming
Yeah.
straight out of them.
It's like the Metal Gear Solid mini map. It just shows every soldier's POV.
Yep. What was that? I think I heard something. No. I think. With
But as
that,
like you look,
yeah.
you're looking into this. You're just now in like through the gates of the city, and as much of a horrible place that housed what you assume to be horrible people, with the phage gone, Silverkeep is a very beautiful city. Very fine stonework, very fine carpentry, and woodworking and everything along the buildings. Everything seems to just to be almost what one would consider a utopia. Everything is clean, everything is proper, everything just rings uncomfortable perfection.
Hmm.
And this is for humans, not high elves? Interesting.
No, because they didn't kick out high elves. They kicked out tieflings. They kicked
That's
out
right.
fae. They kicked out people. They kicked out people who are stereotypically connected to evil.
Out of all of us, Danny would have been all right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even I kind of have an issue. Points at forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, even then, it's like you're Fae
Tenuous.
adjacent.
It's tenuous.
Fae adjacent.
As long as I don't actively act for the Fae, we're fine.
If I don't say I'm from the Fae realm, I'm fine.
Stuff sword in extra dimensional pocket, puts boots in regular pocket.
Stops talking to
Alright.
Bird.
stops talking to Bram. Speaking of which, Bram, can you hear me from this distance?
You get the feeling that Brahm is around, but you don't know where he's at.
Oh, that's fucked. I hate it when he does that. All right. Just right in my face, like, damn it.
Just drops like a dead rat in your hand.
Oh, I was eating a sandwich. Come on now. Oh well, put it on the fire. But yeah, I think we would probably start heading back to where Malls would have wanted to go, which was
when you guys I'm gonna give you guys a bit of time to explore the city before you guys get into the exploration of the library and stuff, because I'm gonna wait for Malls to come in for that, since that is like Saphira's like main focus of being here.
Yeah.
You mean Zenith?
Zenith.
One of the Z-Flings.
One of the Z-Flings.
Yeah. All right, so let's
It's your
see.
all fault
Then
for
that
having
would-
a Z name.
And that would fall to the stone, which is the most obvious one.
Yeah, let's go to the stone.
So you
There's all
walk
that.
you walk the very open streets of Silverkeep, and they even have street signs pointing, letting you know what street you're on, little signboards telling you what is like up in the upcoming areas, and you find yourself just easily being led down the street to a very large open pavilion in the center of town. That enormous 12 to 15 foot stone sort of hovering in the center of what would on normal days probably be a very active probably market. You can see that there are market stalls that were set up, but any signs of any bodies or anything like that are gone.
Are
You
there,
do
like,
pass
registers?
you do pass like a couple of like those automated suits of armor, and aside from just giving like a little nod to you as they pass by, they don't do anything.
Oh.
So they do acknowledge a
Like,
presence.
You see
That's
every
cool.
now and then one of them walk over and like poke one of like the slotty bodies, and when the body doesn't respond, it just continues on its way. So you kind of get a feeling that these were activated to combat the slotty when everything happened.
It's like, I have defeated it. I move on to the next.
Aha!
I win.
Threat neutralized.
I win. Next fight, please. All right. There's a lot of potential here. The first stone.
You get to the stone. Unlike the one that you saw back in Windermere, there's no light around it. None of the runes are lit up. The stone seems to be dormant. As you get closer to the stone, you can see almost what appears to be a perfect circle of like a blast singe mark on the stone underneath and around it. As you recall that beam of light being focused from the sky earlier from the ritual down into the city that then pulled the phage out.
So it hit the stone. It
Do you
was
think?
targeting the stone.
Yeah. Do you think maybe they had to use the stone's power in order to get rid of the phage?
Or it might have been that the stone was corrupted in a way that they had to strike it down. There's too many possibilities to discount, really.
Yeah.
But it is centered.
Despite the stone being dormant, can I still attempt to attune my stone to it? Like, even if it doesn't actually have any properties to it, but just in case it gets reactivated in the future somehow.
You hold your stone out in front of it, much like you did back in Windermere, but nothing seems to be Nothing seems to happen. There's no connection between your stone and the larger stone. That you don't get any sort of feeling that there's anything inside this town stone at the moment.
I think it's just a rock now.
Hmm.
A pretty rock, but a rock.
Is it still like floating, or is it like?
Thankfully,
set down?
it's still floating.
Can
Okay.
I cast detect magic on it?
Sure.
Because I want to see if there's any amount of it left.
So when you cast detect magic on this stone, there is a very faint trace of it still within there, minuscule. But you get the feeling that this magic is there, that the magic that is inside is something that is allowing the stone to hover still.
Mm.
Okay.
Malls, you can pop in whenever you want. I can quickly do the camera changes and everything like that.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I wonder if Lester Restoration may help.
Or mending.
The funny thing is, lesser restoration like normally doesn't help on anything.
Ah,
Was that a shot?
It could be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Stop trying to make lesser
It's-
restoration happen. It's not gonna happen.
Who is this? Malls, I just need your cam on and everything should appear perfect. No, it's not. Dang it. It shifted my camera. Like Malls took over as GM. I'm sorry, guys.
It happens.
All right, down full of propriety. Let's go.
All right, guys.
Yours
So
full wishes
you
and
walk
inspiration.
up to Silverkeep and you realize, what are we doing here? I heard there's bingo night over in Raskin's Folly. Let's go. Why are we here?
Just to suffer.
Whoa! Did you guys both say that?
Yeah, because we've
Yes.
heard that line many a time.
It's a little fucked up. A little fucked up. Ah.
There we go. So, Malls, just to catch you up, everybody jumped into Grandma Rose's cauldron. Grandma Rose took you guys over to one of the hills that surround Silverkeep. There was a grandma ritual that everyone saw. Well, everyone except for, Zafira, because, Zafira knows what to do during a grandma ritual. But
She
you
saw it. It's. I'm
You
just
just-
saying, like she saw it. She just wasn't like super like.
you're just
she
like,
saw it plenty of times.
it's grandma
used
stuff.
to it.
But
Grandma
you saw
stuff.
her walking towards this protective, like this runic circle, and as she did, she put on just like this flat, like porcelain like mask, grew like another 6 feet, and like just elongated limbs, long, spindly clawed like hands, pull out a wand, and then cast like a large lightning spell towards the center of Silverkeep, while other areas around the Silverkeep as well began to cast elemental spells into it. Each one of the points manned by one of the grandmas. And when this happened, soon, buddy. Yep.
Very.
Yes. He wants me to set up the switch.
Oh,
He's like, when will you have break? And as this happened,
Oh.
this pillar of like celestial light came down, pulled out the phage, and went back into the sky. And now you are, after the phage was cleared out, you said your goodbyes to Rose, and you guys made your way down into the streets of Silverkeep. In there, you guys discovered like these large suits of armor that seem to be patrolling the city. Danny remembered that they are like magicked autonomous.
Tell me how
I'll-
to set it up.
I'll be out there in a second, buddy.
How to set
No,
up.
I have to do it, buddy. I will set it up in a second.
kids are like, okay, now.
No,
Okay,
he's
now.
like, can you tell
Are we
me how
there
to
yet?
set
Now?
it up? I'm like, I'm not telling you how to
Oh.
set it up. You
That
are
gives you
chaos.
power. We can't have that.
You are chaos incarnate, child. But these automated like magic suits of armor were just patrolling the city. Some of them destroyed next to like cut up slotty bodies, but you've passed by a couple of them as you made your way into the center of town, trying to attune your stones to the town stone itself, only to find that it is dormant.
Okay. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The ride in the cauldron, would that, like, how long of a ride was that?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, so not enough for like a rest because I'm well out of spells.
No, you guys had a long rest previously, so you.
It's morning. It's
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, it's morning.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. And then, out of curiosity, what during my long rest would I have had time to like read through those 2 books I stole
Which ones?
from the library? There was one about Zafway, or about Raskin's Folly and Zafway that I stole from Octavian's library, and then there was one about my parents.
I would say no at this time because it wasn't something that we had covered when everybody was taking their rests.
Dorn. Okay.
I mean, you could have. I mean, during the ritual, I was reading and everything, so like there was time to read some of it, and then there's the 2 to 3 hour.
Not
block
really.
That you could have read during
Half an
yeah.
hour to 45 minutes.
I tried.
Well, how slow of a reader am I? 1 word a minute.
Do you have?
You're
I
don't
really
know, you
concerned.
spend
If you're a
your time-
slow
You're,
reader,
you're
that's
one of
bad.
those, you're one of those readers who get into the book but then start drifting off, so you have to reread the page again.
And I was gonna say, I think like probably the reason I was not as present is because I was maybe trying to read, but like you said, my attention kept like wandering, and I'm just nervous about going back to Silverkeep, and that I'm very quiet. But yes, thanks for letting me hop in late.
Oh, good.
We get it. Life stuff happens.
I got new boots and a sword.
Wow, I went to a baby shower and everybody stole my clothespins because apparently you're not allowed to say baby at baby showers.
It's one of the games.
Yeah, I lost really badly.
Did you have
Oh.
one of the?
Y'all didn't
the
have
games
Smash
where they
Brothers
melt-
or something?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Let's go.
So yeah, Zafira, when you cast detect magic, there is just a very small trace of magic in that stone.
I don't think there's enough magic in it to attune our stones to it. I think the ritual kind of hurt it, sucked the magic out. I don't know. There's still magic in there, but I think that it just needs some time to recover.
It's not as strong. Yeah. Okay.
I guess
Well-
we'll just have to come back.
Well, we were just kind of checking it out, so I guess we explore for shiny things in the library or books.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the deeper exploration of Silverkeep here, let's go ahead and take a quick break so my little nephew doesn't lose his marbles because the Switch isn't set up. So we get up, freshen up our drinks, all that fun stuff, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Stop shitting on things that I
And
like.
we are back.
Hey.
Yeah,
And-
Rojan.
And I will never stop shitting on things you like because you shit on things I like all the time.
We were talking about how you still need to play Detroit.
You can't have shit in Detroit become human.
That's the one.
Yeah, I still need to finish that.
You still need to start that.
I did start it.
Not really.
I got up to the point where the guy gets thrown in the dump.
Hot boy.
Okay.
Hot boy. Hot boy.
See, I'm even being nice, and I'm not doing a playthrough where I just make everybody fail and beat the game in 5 minutes.
No.
Leave Jackson Avery alone.
I've actually met the actor who played the detective
Connor.
at E3. Yeah. Super nice guy.
Brian
His
Rett?
wife is so sweet. Yeah.
Oh, she is. She was also in the game.
She was. Yeah, they're
yeah.
well they're both voice actors, and yeah, they're a very sweet couple.
I think we know that's
But I
it's
digress.
Brian Weck. I need to just stop speaking. That was I just said Ninja Brian's name, a completely different thing, and not even
I didn't know.
the
I didn't know
actual actor's name.
I didn't know Ninja Brian was in Detroit. Can I play as Ninja Brian and just kill everyone? All right.
Okay.
But with that, we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Kill all? What?
Hello.
Humans?
But yes, you
Kind
are
of.
still in the center of the Silverkeep after investigating the townstone, unfortunately drained of most of its magic.
Sag.
Is there anywhere in this town center where we might find like a map of the city that highlights, big establishments like a public library or something? Because none of us, I think, know the layout of this city, and we do have limited time here.
Give me an investigation check.
I would
Mouse,
help him with that.
Yeah, do it with advantage.
I don't need to. That's another nat 20.
Hey.
For 21.
Nice.
So conveniently enough, right next to the stone is a placard of like of anyone who's ever been in a mall. It's one of those, you are here.
Directory.
And there's just a directory of everything that's around you.
Nice.
Right. So, what are our main goals? I know we're here looking for information and books and stuff. But is there anything specific that anyone is after? So we can kind of plan our route through the city?
I mean, I found a great sword. I'm already off to a great start.
Yeah, cursed greatsword.
Possibly.
I know we were looking for information, so I guess we focus on that and go from there.
Yeah. Do we want to go somewhere that's more like books and stuff, or do we want to go somewhere that's more like official city records and stuff?
Well, that sounds important.
Records sounds good to me.
Yeah, so they probably keep that stuff at like a city
City
hall or
hall.
something, right? Or do you think that's more of the type of thing that they keep like locked up at the guard station or whatever.
Funny enough, Zen, you know exactly where the quote unquote Hall of Records would be, because that's where you came up from the sewerway the first time that you were in the city.
Funny you should mention that, Chloe. Happen to know exactly where that is.
Oh.
Because it almost caused me to die.
Well, lead the way. Hopefully
Well-
with less death this time.
Yes. I guess I would try to find my way back there.
With the directory, that's no problem at all.
Okay.
You go down just a couple streets and make a left, and there in front of you with a now broken window is the large building reminiscent of the Hall of Records.
I would say that I personally am looking for information about this Zafway because Zenoa told me that in order to figure out the whole dealio with the corruption, it kind of starts with Zafway. We obviously know where he is, but I'd like to find out a little more information. So span out. How big is
Okay.
this place? It's like,
It's large.
okay, yeah, probably fan out. Maybe in. Yeah. So I'll go. Can I also be looking for like census information, just for a little more info about what happened?
You most definitely can, since this is the Hall of Records and everything is pretty much meticulously cataloged and tagged. It's not very hard to find. It's not hard to find census records.
Okay, I'm gonna look for stuff about Luther and Virtue. Do I need to roll for that?
Yes, you are going to need to roll that. Give me an investigation roll.
You got a 15 total.
Give me 1 second, because I want to do something for you guys.
Ooh, spoil us.
I am taking you to a map.
Oh! Yay.
That map looks familiar. Very pretty though.
It is very pretty.
It looks familiar. What?
Mhm.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe I've seen similar designs by the artist on Lost Atlas.
Let's say I got this from Roll20, but
Nice.
possible.
Okay.
Place is freaking huge. You're supposed to find anything around here.
Have you never heard of the Dewey
cool
Decimal
reading.
System?
Ah, yes. the
Dewey and why is
Who's
he-
Dewey?
decimal system.
Ah,
And
damn
why
you.
is And why is he a decimal?
As we're all filing in here, I go onto a long-winded tangent explaining in exact detail exactly what the Dewey Decimal System is.
And like a quarter of the way into it, Chloe just checks out.
I'm like, Chloe, you're checking out. Wake up.
What? Sorry, I'm here.
Sorry, you can't check out in the library unless you have a library card.
You can when most of the town is dead.
True.
We're supporting local libraries. That's important.
Saphir is absolutely like paying attention in regards to the Dewey Decimal System because that's how her grandma sorts her books in her little library.
Okay,
She's like, oh yeah, absolutely.
you go ahead and support local libraries. I'm gonna go scrounge around for like a basement or a dingy old storage closet somewhere.
Funny enough, Zen knows where the basement's at.
Because we were there.
I would tell you, but it might go in one ear and out the other.
That's okay. I've got lots of ears on this head.
I point in the general direction of where the basement is.
Yep.
Thank
back
you.
back out into the front area along the wall with the broken window and down the stairs.
Mhm.
Wait, if you go down the stairs, it's where the statues are waiting, right?
Nope, that's in the mayor's estate where that was at.
Yeah, that place sucked.
Okay, I thought that the
No.
records was
The Hall of Records is not where you guys set the bomb up.
okay.
The mayoral estate.
Mayoral list. Okay.
The place where the mayor lives.
Place I thought was an actual name, mayoral. Ah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go look for. I'm gonna pass it off like I'm looking for stuff about Zafway, but I'm really looking for stuff about the kind of the exodus of tieflings from Silverkeep, where they set up, where they might have lived, what happened to them after the fact.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And you got a what with your roll?
I got a 15.
Okay. You
Not amazing.
you find 2 books. You find another census with the names of your parents in there. And then you find a historical record of when the tieflings and other quote unquote outsiders were beginning to be ousted from the city.
Does it tell me like where exactly they got ousted to?
There are different notations in this book. Some show that some of the outsiders were captured, detained, questioned, and then taken out of the city to some sort of temporary prison. Others were taken to something that's only mentioned as Folly Point A, and others were just notated as having escaped capture and fled the city.
Does it list like my home where I would have been born, perhaps? I'm just trying to.
The census that you picked up, yes, there is a home that is listed inside Silverkeep.
Where is that?
It's near the easternmost wall of the city, like the outside east wall, like the first set of like buildings and houses that would begin once you entered into the city. It's along there.
Okay, but not like a specific address.
No, there's a specific address.
Okay.
I just don't want to think of one right now, so I'm just saying you have the location.
How far do I know, like, just from looking at that map with Chloe, how far of a walk that might be?
Maybe 10-15 minutes.
That's not so bad.
Seeing as how there's no other foot traffic or anything outside, should be good.
Okay. And then, I guess after I find that, I'll look more intently for stuff about Zafway.
Okay. So as you're doing your investigation on your parents and as to what happened to the outsiders that were ousted outside of the city, Chloe sort of leaves the Hall of Records itself and begins to go down into the basement. So Chloe, as you go down into that small basement that you initially recognize as the one that Zen walked into when you guys were infiltrating the city through the sewer. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, and I don't know if I'd find it in the basement or not, but I'm looking for just a storage area where they might stuff all the really, really old records that nobody comes here to look at anymore. So, they got to make room on the shelves for all the newer stuff. So they take the oldest stuff and put it in storage. That's what I'm looking for.
The bureaucratic filing system where they just take a bunch of cardboard boxes and throw them in the basement.
Exactly. Yep.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
I'm gonna give myself guidance on this because I feel like my nat 20 luck is gonna run out soon. Oh, look at that. It ran out. That's terrible. 13.
13.
Still pretty good.
There's nothing down in this basement that would technically seem to be some sort of like secondary storage for any files. You do find boxes, but a lot of them are like either rotted or they don't really contain any sort of documentation. There's like old sheafs of paper and whatnot in there, a couple like broken desk chairs and stuff, but nothing that would seem to indicate unimportant or too old documentation.
Okay. I think Chloe's probably just gonna like meander around the basement a little bit, just kind of biding time. Official records are incredibly boring to her, and I don't think she has the attention span to look through this stuff. Stories, tales, legends, different story entirely, but official documents, snooze fest. So she's gonna pretend she's doing stuff down here, and after a while she'll go back up.
Okay.
I actually wanted to talk with Vanica real quick.
Okay.
Wherever she is.
Yeah, where did Vanica wander off to in this hall?
She doesn't really know what she's looking for, and oh shit, I didn't realize I didn't take that off this whole time. She has been. She doesn't know really how to navigate through a library, so she's just looking for anything that says like shadow magic or corruption or diseases, just like something along those synonyms, just like is trying to find, while also looking for shiny things.
Okay.
She found a pen.
Go ahead and
so far.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Okay, Shaw. Which is totally what she does. That's how she found the porn. Okay. Oh shit, I pushed the demon die back in my pile. I don't know which one it was. Oh fuck. Do this one then. This is my day. So I got my third 2, and which makes it a 1.
So
I found a pen.
You after you get through like doing your investigation, Zen, you do see Vanica just like very aimlessly wandering around, just like walking by the bookshelves. Her eyes are on the books, but it doesn't really look like she's reading at anything, and she just appears lost.
I go, hey, I'm not interrupting. Am I?
No.
Okay. I had a quick question for you.
Mhm.
Do you remember when we came back to Trigarin and you did that spell and you could see what had happened there? It was like something with ashes? Well, I don't
Yes.
know. How does that work?
There has to be ashes.
Has to be so like fire.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of, not necessarily fire, there has to be some sort of remnants of something left behind, like, not to get dark, but if someone were to be, like, let's say, cremated or vaporized, because that's still fire associated, so just vaporized, I can use that. Yeah, so there has to be, it's not like I could just touch dust And it doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It has to be some sort of remnants of a fire or vapor rising.
Yeah. I only ask, and I know we're supposed to be looking for stuff about Zafway, and I am. But and I pull out the book and I open it to the page and I show her on it my parents' name and I go, these are my parents. These are my like tiefling parents. And apparently
Oh.
the home is in the city, like maybe about 10 or 15-minute walk from here. And
Oh.
this might be like self-indulgent, but I wanted to go look around there, see if there's anything that could tell me what might have happened to them. But I don't have a spell or anything like that that can look at the past. I don't know if Chloe would, but I just remembered your spell from the whole thing with Sigmund, and I thought I would ask.
If there was a fire or even a fireplace, it's actually possible if there's a fireplace.
I wouldn't remember. I was just a baby, but if I go there, would you? You can probably tell that Zenon is very shy asking it. She's like, would you mind, like, coming with me? I get if you don't. It's a no guilt offer, and I get if you don't want to. I know it's kind of a bummer, but if you're free, if you got a free moment or anything or something like that.
No, it's nice knowing people from your past. So, yeah, I would probably want to do the same in your shoes. So, yeah, I mean most houses have fireplaces, I hope. So we can definitely take a look for sure.
Okay. That's a real relief. Even if there's not a fireplace, I'm glad that I could get some help with that.
Yeah, of course. If not, we could probably I don't think I'm strong enough yet, but if all else fails and there isn't, we could probably take something from that home, and when I become a little bit stronger, I could probably see the memories a bit better. But unfortunately, that's all I'm able to do right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think I have anything, unfortunately. But yeah, okay. Cool, we'll do that after we're done in here. And then
Okay.
Rojan, do I find anything else about Zafway? Like anything?
And I just walk away wandering. His head empty. I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's like
I pull out a book on the shelf that says like mystical forests of this realm or something like that. I'm like, hey, this might interest you, and I give it to Vanica.
Like as like
About
Vanica's looking at it, you could
magical
swear her
forests.
eyes like go two different directions.
The derp.
Jingle keys.
I'm like, this is about magical forests in this plane of existence.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. You know what? I'll take it with me. That could be fun.
So you open it up, it's a pop-up book.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god.
These are fairies. This is an
Not-
owlbear. The
She's
owlbear
not
goes,
an
"Hoo-roar."
idiot.
Who roar? Who roar?
Hoo-roar.
I'm just saying
Press
with
a
that
little button and it's
with
like
that
a
one, if she had
terrifying,
found
like, messed up
anything, it would
recording.
have been a pop-up book.
At least it wasn't
Well,
porn
then
this
that
time,
makes
I
me-
guess.
That makes Zen look like an asshole. Like, here, why don't you read this? And it's a fucking pop-up book. That's not my intention. I don't want her to think I think she's stupid.
If anything,
No,
she
you just
probably
grabbed it real
appreciate it.
quick.
Yeah,
You just saw
grabbed it.
Forrest and we're like, oh, here you go.
It
You
just
guys know Zen. She doesn't just grab a book. She picks one with care.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Oh gosh. And she's probably confused, like, oh, I've never seen a book like that before, but all right. It's a pop-up.
Okay. All right, Rojan. I was gonna.
Who growl?
look more about Zafway.
Okay, give me a moment because while this is going on, we have also Zafira and Danny who are also here. Either one of you
Yes.
looking for anything?
Yes. Danielle's being a little shit.
Oh, no.
First
You
thing she
commit
does-
tax evasion?
She gets up here and she sees all these tables.
Mm-mm.
What's on them?
Various books.
Various books. So not exactly one-to-one with what the map is actually showing.
No.
Damn it. All right, so any quills, any bottles of ink, any scrolls, any flat parchment, any like candles, mugs, whatever she can find, she's taking.
Are you just stealing like all the knickknacks that are on these tables?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm touching all.
Whatever is in there.
Whatever
Hey.
knickknacks aren't bolted down, you just start walking by and just tossing into your bag of holding.
If it goes in there. If it doesn't go in there, she puts
Oh,
it
no.
in the regular bag.
Oh no, like every one of them just whoop, 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 into the bag of holding.
And at some point, like
Annie's a hoarder.
she'll make it out around to the
mean, you
outside
have-
tables, and we'll eventually pass by everybody else like, I'm having fun, and just keeps going.
You have to be a little bit of a hoarder if you have a bag of holding.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know what's in it. Might be able to sell it. Who knows?
who knows?
Might use
Yep.
it as
So
firewood.
as you walk by,
I don't know
you're
anyone at this
grabbing,
party that's a hoarder.
as you walk by and you're just grabbing all just like the loose like sheafs of paper and blank scrolls and any discarded quills or bottles of ink or anything, you just start throw it in the bag. You make sure to blow the candles out before you throw those in there too.
Mhm.
What about Saphira?
So Zafira is, I want her to kind of look. I want her to be looking for two things. One, she is going to keep an eye out for anything with Zafway, to help, Zenith. But she also wants to see about any like potion making books.
Give me a roll for potion making books, and when Zen does her roll for investigations for anything on Zafway, she can have advantage.
Thank you. Someone's doing their job around here.
Oh.
You gave me a book. I don't know what you want me to do,
No, you're
but
fine.
I'm
you're
looking
fine.
at it.
If anything, all I'm doing is just getting things for our house that'll just knock out a few things for pricing.
You're such a provider, Danny. Okay.
Thank you.
That's
Okay,
really the real
um,
reason she's doing it.
What am I supposed to roll right now?
Investigation.
Oh my god.
Investigation. Well, no, it's just I did the thing and
No. I'm just really
Oh.
glad that you helped me out with that because I rolled a really badly.
15 plus 7,
22.
22. I got a 22.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 2 and a 14, which brings it up to an 18.
Oof.
Okay. So your potion stuff. You don't find any books per se on here, as this is the Hall of Records, though you do happen to come across 2 patents for specific potions that have been filed within the city of Silverkeep. These patents include the recipe for said potions.
Okay. What type of potions are they?
One is labeled as a potion of propellant bones.
Also, the reason there's no books when it comes to potion making is just something you have to kind of feel your way through. It's just a
Yeah,
guess.
Hen-
game.
hence why
It's like
why
cooking. You just go by vibes.
hence why
Yeah.
that god awful salve was made, and for some reason it works.
That's why I made a potion of sanguination,
It's just
and
all
it
vibes.
worked.
And it worked.
Potion of propellant bones?
Potion of propellant bones.
What does that do?
Turn into
Does it
wolves.
say?
You don't know. It does not say what it does. It just is the name and the recipe.
Okay.
On top of that,
Mhm.
you have the marvelous, mysterious transportation liquid.
Is that its full name?
That is
Marvelous?
it.
Marvelous, mysterious transportation liquid.
Yep.
Then it's gotta be true.
Right? And it does not say what it does. I mean, it says transportation, but it who knows?
It does not
What
say
if-
what it does.
What if that's the potion that Grandma Rose used in the cauldron to like that she threw and then said where she wanted to go, and then they went.
Maybe it turns you into a tortoise to kind of get you to slow down and appreciate the mystery that's life.
Does anyone want to be my guinea pig? No, I
First and foremost, a scientist over here.
actually okay. You could try the. Do you want to try the transportation liquid or the propellant bones?
Wait, is it? It's not already made.
No.
Though.
No, it's just it's just the recipe.
I'll try the transportation one. I wouldn't mind being a tortoise for a day.
Okay, that's something fun that I can do when I get back to camp.
And Zen, you got a 18, you said, on Zafway?
Yes, sir.
You find something a little eerie.
Okay.
You don't find necessarily like in-depth history on Zafway, but what you do find is a mention of A1 Zafway in Silverkeep's, like one of Silverkeep's older like census logs. And it appears that at some point in time, Zafway took residence here.
Okay. Does it say where? Or no, probably not. That's too easy.
It does give it does give like an address of residence at the time. It's an old address.
Okay. Whereabouts in the city would that be?
You're not sure because the street, like the names of like the streets and everything seemingly have changed throughout the years, and it's an older address.
So there's no way to... Damn. Is there a book about what they changed the cities, what they used to be called versus what they are, like old maps of the town that I could cross-reference?
Give me an
whereabouts.
Give me an investigation roll if you can't see any of like the old infrastructure maps.
Ooh, okay. Sorry. I have a... Okay, so that's a 21.
A 21. You do, thankfully you do find like two separate maps you can see and laying on top of each other. It seems that the residence where Zafway had previously been in Silverkeep is where the mayor's estate is now standing, or was standing before it caught fire.
What I know about from the force of the blast, like how fucked the mayor's house is, like fucked, or just a little bit fucked?
You couldn't really tell how fucked it was because the miasma of the phage was pretty much covering a good portion of the city.
Okay, I call out to Chloe. Hey, Chloe.
She's not there.
Chloe. I wander around to where the basement is. Chloe!
And she's down there, but she's like up against the wall with her head leaning against the wall. Her eyes are closed, and she like starts awake. I was reading. What's up?
Can I do an insight check?
Totally.
Oh wait, what's my insight? I think it's like a 0.
Chloe, what's your give me a deception roll.
I'm very good at deception. That's a 24.
I got a 14.
Totally reading.
That's so good that you're starting to kind of broaden your interests. Reading really can just transport you other places, can't it?
Are you implying that you thought I couldn't read?
No, I knew you could read, but it's nice to see you like kind of embrace it more.
Oh, yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
was so enthralled by the
Oh, that's just
census records.
such a cool thing to hear. Quick question for you. Are you up for kind of an exploration of the
Oh God,
mayor's
yes,
house?
please.
Okay. I know that it's probably blown to shit, but here's the thing, and I show her the maps, I go, I found something about Zafoy. He used to actually live here. Unsurprising, because he's an evil son of a bitch, and this is where they all seem to gravitate, you know? His street, the old address, actually lines up with the mayor's home, but that got blown up. But maybe
Right.
if we go check it out, there might be some goodies there for you that survived the blast, and we might be able to see something.
Yeah, let's do
Provided
it.
that Mr. Blue didn't fuck us.
Again.
Again, once more. But then also I was gonna go with Vanica. Said she was gonna help me with something over on the eastern wall, if you wanted to come too. Or we could all split up. Many birds, many stones.
Yeah, I'd be happy to accompany you to whatever that other thing was, or I don't know, is the mayor's house on the way to that other place?
Would I know that?
No, the mayor's house is near like the northern wall of Silverkeep, and your parents' old house is on the eastern wall.
Two completely different directions, I'm afraid. We could hit both.
We could probably hit both. I mean, we've got a day. We have one day here before the lady with the cauldron takes us back to the
Oh,
keep.
Yeah. Wait, we have a limited time here?
Well, sort of. If we want to
Not
ride
really.
back to the keep, we have a limited time. If we don't mind walking back to the keep, then, we could stay here for months if we wanted to.
Well, this did really open up in terms of real estate.
It really did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be that person, but I'd love to hit a few of these shops on the way out.
Yeah. It's kind of rude she's rushing us.
I don't want to be that person. You are that person.
But yeah. Well, we should ask Danny and Zafira which direction they'd want to go first. I don't want to just hold them alongside us like an old teddy bear or something. They can decide too.
So we're like done here at this building
Don't
of
worry.
boring records, right?
Hey, I happen to find it fascinating here.
I think I got all
You
the
know,
stools.
That's great. I am so happy for you. I love that you love it here.
I feel peaceful. Libraries do that for me. They just
Libraries do that for me too. This isn't a library.
just
This
anywhere
is
with,
like the office of the
history
tax
and
man.
records and it's just so
I'm
meaty.
surprised we didn't find any coins.
Well, it's not literally the office of the tax man.
I'm the
It's
tax
like
man.
the office that the tax man
I'm
keeps
the
his
tax
receipts
man!
in.
Oh, this is just the confirmation place.
Yeah, it's yeah, people. We need to stop by some shops and see
She's
if they
gonna-
have like cash registers and stuff.
She's gonna flip a table. It's like, fuck it.
Danny, please.
What?
We're in
I
the
already
hall of
respectful.
records. Be
I already took all the
respectful.
good stuff off of it.
All the people we need to respect are dead.
We're
True.
not
So
talking
we should
about.
respect
I'm not talking about.
ourselves.
I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the records. Who cares about the people?
The records
the
aren't on the
Wait,
table
environment.
anymore.
Like the
It wasn't-
literature.
It was a table that didn't have any records on it. It's not like
Respect
she
the
flipped the shelf.
craftsmanship of that table.
Thank you, Chloe. Chloe gets it.
Have some class, Danny.
But that's why we have Renlo. He's better at it.
Okay, so I gather everybody and I explain the plan to them. I say I already talked it over with Vanica and Chloe, but I wanted to float this towards you guys as well. Apparently, Zafway used to live here because he's a prick. He lives on the north side. But there was something personal that I did want to look at on the eastern wall. And I wanted to ask if it was okay with you all if we checked out both. Or we could split up. I'd cover more ground.
I'm fine either way if we want to do that, but
Yes, split the party.
I think that we also wanted to. I mean, I also wanted to see about any shops and stuff, and see if there's any like health potions and stuff left behind, and just
Okay. Well, what if... Well, Danny, go ahead. Sorry, Danny, if you have anything to add in addition to Zafira.
But I'm fine going both those two ways.
Not sure if you're mentally ready for it, so I guess I could be support for that.
If I'm what?
You're heading towards an old home stomping ground area, right? In this place.
Yeah. I didn't quite share that, but yeah. How did you know, Danny?
You just said personal.
Yeah.
And you did tell me that you were from here.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I was gonna
Your
go.
old stomping grounds.
Yes.
So, are you prepared for it?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay. I'll go with Zafira if she wants to go look for magical implements and potions and stuff.
Well, I was thinking that
We can do that later.
Chloe was also wanting to do that, and we were also thinking like...
Oh, then why are we even questioning it? Let's all stick together.
Yeah, I just meant like, are we going east or north first?
Oh. Zafway can wait.
Are you sure? Because that's my thing can wait. In fact,
You said. So.
what time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
By
Not
the
even
time,
midday.
by the
Feels like
time
morning.
you've gotten, like, you got up in the morning, met Rose, took your ride, had everything happen with the ritual, took about 2 hours to get down to the gates, maybe 11 in the morning.
Oh, we
So-
got time.
And then you said that it was like north or east. So do we have time to make a circle?
Yeah, we could go east
yeah.
and then
Like,
whip around,
cut
go
the bot, yeah.
north.
Yeah, and we could do your home, Zafway, and then hit shops on the way out.
Your home Zafway loot.
Yeah, as a thank you for doing this with me. Yes. Okay, well, let's do that. And I kind of roll up the maps, put them in my pocket. I'm also going to take the censure book about the tieflings in Silverkeep and put that in my bag too.
Okay.
And also that book that mentioned that Zafway lived here, I'm taking that too. Sorry, library, but knowledge is meant to be shared. Otherwise, we'll mess up history.
There's
Sure.
an amazing creature
Pretty
in
sure
this
that was
pop-up book
campaign
called the
2.
Displacer Beast.
What did you say,
It goes-
Vanica?
I just found, I don't know what's going on over here, but I found this amazing, beautiful creature in this pop-up book called a Displacer Beast.
Oh no.
Ooh, Lacey! She, like,
Look, she turns up and it just goes like with its little tentacles and everything, just like, look!
Well, yeah, they are very pretty, but they will straight up eat you.
Oh yeah, they're probably one of my favorite beasts, but I don't want to pet one for sure.
Oh,
It's not friend, why friend shaped? Actually, I have no idea what it looks like. I should probably.
It's a cat with tentacles.
It's you know our little high emote
Yeah.
is a Displacer Beast.
Ah.
They
So-
actually put one in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It made me happy.
It made me happy too. I was really excited. I pointed out today. I'm like, that's a Displacer Beast. That's my favorite.
Oh my
So-
god, it's so cute.
It's a
It's
pretty
cat.
panther kitty.
Yeah, it's a cat. If not friend, why friend shaped? It is absolutely friend shaped.
Both Ash and Rose in campaign 2 had pets that were displacer beasts.
Oh, that's
Yep.
lucky. Okay.
Well,
so,
Ash's family had him, and then she gifted one to Rose. That was an albino one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so I'm probably gonna head out onto the streets and start making my way east, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was thinking it.
You all were thinking it. I know you were.
Thinking about what?
One brain cell.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
Making my way.
Making my way.
When do I get a turn?
Do you want to lead, Danny?
No, I want the brain cell.
Oh. No, it's mine.
Sorry.
We have to wait for it to hit a corner. on the screen.
You're a barbarian. You don't get the brain cell.
I reach into my bag. I'm like, all I've got is a muffin, and it's like a 50-day-old muffin.
I've got a rock.
I got
I
a
was
rock.
gonna say, I got a
I
rock.
say that all the time. I got a rock.
It's a classic. What can I say?
I got a rock.
So you make your way from the Hall of Records down a couple roads and twists and turns, and you find yourselves over onto the eastern wall of the city. And following the records and the streets and everything, you come to the house that was at one point listed as the residence of your parents.
How's it looking?
On the outside, let me see if I get this right, because I want to. Yeah, it's kind of like what it is. On the outside, it sort of looks like a Brookstone home. Just to like give you some sort of like visual to it. It's got like the stairs and everything leading up from like a stoop and just like the singular door in the front. I mean, aside from the miasma that was covering the city, it looks in pristine condition. Like you could even see into one of the windows and it looks as inhabited as it could without people being in there.
But could I tell that has anybody lived here since my parents lived here?
It looks like it has recently been lived in.
Ew. Gentrification, folks. Write it down. So I kind of go push the door open.
Door is locked.
Knock.
Knock it. You use knock. Just an audible click, and then click as it locks again.
You
Rude.
bastard.
Should I just have my
You
hand
got
on
real
the-
sick of that knock, didn't you? You got sick
No.
of my knock.
No, there is a reason as to why a door would have knock protection.
Then, whenever you use that spell, does it like use up some of your magical reserve for the day?
Yeah.
Because you know I'm like an expert at getting through locks, right?
I'm really just trying to impress you. I guess it's not working.
It's okay. Gives you a pat on the shoulder.
look-
Gives you a level 1 slap back.
I'm just looking for opportunities to impress you.
You already do all the time, everywhere you go.
Girls,
Oh.
you're both pretty. Can we just open up the door?
Yeah. Hey.
So, do you want us to turn around so you can make out again?
What?
I never did that. Chloe, will you get this door for me?
I think
I'd be happy to.
We absolutely did that.
Hey, they did. They did.
What'd she say?
Oh, what?
Doesn't matter.
So, ignoring the whisperings of my companions, I'm going to first examine the door, having seen or heard it relock itself, looking for any sort of arcane or mechanical implements that would cause it to relock itself.
Can I assist her?
Yes, you can with an Arcana roll.
Ooh, what's your arcana? Mine's
Not-
+7.
Okay, maybe you should do that part then.
I'm gonna take a look at it and be like, what in the fuck? Like, I'm pissed, so I take a look. Ooh, okay. That's a 23.
A 23. What you are looking at is nothing quite impressive. It seems to just be an enchanted lock that prevents the door from being opened with the use of magic.
Oh, you bastard. Hey, essentially, can't open this door with magic. I feel nuded right now. Chloe, would you mind?
So before picking the lock, I will attempt to just turn the door handle and open the door.
It's locked.
Okay, then I will attempt to pick the lock.
Okay.
And that's going to be a number that's very high. That's a 24.
24.
Oh, that's really cool.
So you
I
do
didn't
that.
think it-
Door opens and there's just this little pulse that kind of like goes out. That sort of just like pushes past you and down the street both ways, as it sounds like small chimes traveling throughout the city streets.
Would I know what? Go ahead, Chloe. Go ahead.
Well, the door is open for you, my lady. Please disregard the alarm that we just set off.
Who's it gonna alarm?
Probably those animated suits of armor, but we got time before they show up.
Okay. I
A what?
pushed- Yeah, no. I'm gonna push through the door.
Uh-huh.
All right. You walk into this room and it looks to be a very finely furnished home. Not a speck of dust anywhere to be seen. You see a couple like toys off at like onto like the side of the floor or whatnot, and what looks to be like a child's sweater or something. And there are various photos and stuff on the walls, a very fine fireplace. You're standing in the like the common room at the moment.
Who are the photos of?
It looks to be of a typical happy, unsuspecting human family.
Probably anything left of my family is gone.
Is there a fireplace? Maybe? Or did you set anything on fire on accident when you were here that left a scorch mark?
Well, I was just a baby, so
So, you could possibility. You could
um,
have sneezed and fire. I don't know.
I'm not a
Not wrong.
dragonborn. I don't
Don't
know.
limit yourself. Don't limit
Yeah.
yourself. You could have done it.
Would I have done anything like that? I was just a baby, so I probably wouldn't remember, Roshan.
Can I
You're
do-
not a sorcerer, so no.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check on the photos to see if they've been like manipulated to look human?
I
or-
can tell you right now that there is no sort of magical property to the photos in these frames.
Nah, beans. All right, there goes my theory.
Yeah, me too. Good theory though. I'm like, well, damn. Somehow that's actually really, 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 really disappointing.
Let's check the other rooms. You know, maybe they kept some of the stuff in the basement or something.
Yeah, sure.
Closets. If anything, we can loot it.
True.
Give me a sec, guys.
Kind of losing
everything.
hope.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Real quick, while my companions here are searching the house, I'm gonna close the door behind us once everybody is inside and lock it. And if there's like a chair or something that I can drag over and butt up against the doorknob, I'm gonna do that as well. And just as an extra bit of precaution here, I'm actually gonna cast Silent Image on this face of the house. I can go up to 15 feet wide, and hide the door, so it looks like it's just a flat wall.
Okay.
Yo, that's cool.
Right?
Mm.
And if we can't find a chair that would fit,
Oh,
I'm
no,
pretty
there-
sure
there-
Danny took all the stools. So
Definitely there are chairs that fit in here.
I say, Vanica, there is a fireplace. Does it just show the most recent memory? Or like anything?
Unfortunately, it's kind of a more recent event sort of situation.
Damn. So it'd just be that human family.
Yeah.
That's like a ritual one, isn't it? So that would take you some time, so there's really no...
Well, I can cast it instantaneously. I just, if I want to conserve energy, then yeah, I have that ability to sit there. But yeah, I can cast it.
Let's
a little
just
faster.
hold off. I'm gonna go with Zafira to the basement.
There is no basement.
Oh, Rambler. Is there an attic?
There is no attic. There's a second
Wow.
floor, but there's no attic.
Can we go up to the second floor?
Yeah.
You most definitely can.
Okay. So I go up to the second floor with Zafira. What do I see?
how many rooms and all that?
Up here there are 3 other rooms.
I'll take the first one. You can take the second one. We'll look in the third one together if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take a peek in the first room, I guess.
Okay. So you take the peek into the first room. It's a washroom.
Bathroom. Okay. I don't see anything like a little hidden door where they put like their laundry down the chute or anything like that, or like
Nope.
a cabinet. Okay. So I'll just head towards the third room while Zafira's checking the second one.
So I'll check the second one. Is it like a bedroom or office? Anything?
The second one, the second one seems to be a sorry, dogs are distracting me. A children's room.
Okay. I'm gonna do an investigation check in the children's room.
What are you investigating?
I don't know.
Okay, what are you looking for?
It just the pictures on there is still the human family, right?
Yes.
Okay. Check the closet, see if there's any like old boxes with anything in it that could be from the previous family, anything like that.
I mean, this entire area is lived in. If you're looking for anything by previous family, you mean Zen's family.
Yeah.
That you can give me an investigation roll for.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a 9. I have a 7 for investigation.
Try as you might. There is nothing.
I'll just check the third room, kind of losing hope here. What would it be?
If you are investigating, it's going to be an investigation roll.
Oh, I like open the door. Do I see what it is?
Oh, yeah. So what you see is a it's like the master bedroom. It looks to be where like the mother and father slept.
I'll do an investigation roll to see if there's anything left over from my family, I guess. That's a 20, not nat. Oh wait, no, sorry, not Arcana. So that would be 17. Sorry.
17. Try as you might, you don't find anything in here that would be reminiscent of anything other than the human family that lived here.
Okay, so we could probably just head downstairs if there doesn't look like there's anything. And I go downstairs and I meet up with Vanica, Danny, and Chloe.
Me too.
While they're doing that, I would like to attempt just to see what happens. If there is a fireplace, to see if I see anything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... Is this a spell that you're casting?
It is a spell, yes. It's called Ashes to Ashes.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go ahead. You can go ahead and cast that if you wish.
Okay.
If you want to bring that up in the Discord thingy.
Yes, let me pull that out. My computer is running very slow today. Ashes to Ashes.
That could also be roll 20.
Very true. Or sorry, it's not Ashes to Ashes. It's called Ashen Memories. Think that went through?
Yep.
Yes.
You touch the ashes, embers, the cert left behind the fire, and you receive visions of one significant event that occurred in the area where the fire was burning. For example, if you were to touch a cold embers
so it is anytime
of a campfire, you might witness a snippet of a conversation that occupied around the fire. Similarly, touching the ashes of a burned letter may grant you... Okay, so as you're casting this spell...
Okay.
I will ask this. Where in the fireplace are you touching?
Because I would think maybe the ashes that are more in front and on the sides would be probably more recent. She's gonna pick something further in the back that got pushed back there that could be older ashes, and touch back there. If there's even a wall to like touch back there, because everything usually comes in the front and older's in the back, so she's gonna try to touch the back part.
Okay. Can you give me a percentile roll?
Don't fuck me, dice, please. Don't fuck me this
You
time.
say that, but that's all they've been doing today.
They have. They really, really have.
I feel so. I'm worried for Paige tonight.
27.
Okay. So you reach in and you touch like just something in the back, and you get just a brief flash of just a pair of boots walking around in front of this fireplace. Just a pair of legs. As it walks by, you see two individuals like with their hands behind their backs. They've got just like cloth bags over the heads, but you could see like the indentation of like as to where horns would be poking up. And then a high elf individual standing in front of them, dressed very regally. He's got a cane in his hand, a couple soldiers with them. He sort of just like looks around and just motions his head, and he's like, take him away. More suited individuals will be given this home. And the image just fades.
So kind of like before, as she casts this, she's got the little grassy patch that kind of emitted from her as the roots kind of connected to the ash, And as they start to slowly recede, she are they back by now, or would they
think
still be
probably
upstairs?
while you finish the spell, we're tromping down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that would be safe to say.
Okay. So she will look back at the others and goes, "Oh, well, this is interesting. I think I saw your parents. Pretty sure.
What were they doing?
Well, they had a bag over their head, but I could see an outline of horns. There was they were being taken away by some very posh looking, very well dressed, regal looking elf. That was like carrying a cane and everything. He said to take them away. More suited people will live here instead. I think they were forcibly removed. But with bags over their heads, I don't think it was something as simple as an eviction. I'm sorry, that's all I was able to see.
Oh, that's okay. That was probably that was probably I'm sorry. That was probably the mayor.
Was the mayor the elf?
Probably. I think I would know like about the mayor, right? Because he pretty infamous dude.
Mm-hmm. And you know the mayor of Silverkeep, when all of this was enacted, was a high elf.
Yep, so it's probably the mayor.
Oh. You know what? If that's the case, maybe in his home, he'll have records of where everyone went. And maybe we can find out where.
What do you think the odds are that he's a slotty?
Well, the good news is we won't have to deal with him, but maybe there's records. I don't know. Or maybe he died by the slotty.
I kind of want to deal with him. But I don't think that there's anything else in this house. It's been too lived in by the other family, so we could probably just head north.
Okay. That's the mayor's office that we're going to? Or house? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I think we can maybe find more there.
Zafira just hands Zenith the lollipop that Grandma Rose gave her before she went in the things. Here.
Thank you.
They always make me feel better, so let's get going. And then she just keeps walking because I feel like Zafira knows that she doesn't want to continue talking about this situation, so she's just like, here's food, let's go.
Yeah, I think Zen kind of, it's almost like a veil over her face. She just kind of closed off hearing that. I go to the door and I see there's a chair in front of it.
While this has been going on, Chloe, have you been keeping like an eye out the window?
Yep, I've been
Okay.
watching out front for anything out of the ordinary.
So as soon as like everybody comes down and is like the investigation is finished, two of those suits of armor sort of stop like right out in front of the house, and they just stand there. They just like sort of scan around.
Hey, when you guys were rummaging around the house, you didn't happen to find a back door, did you?
And as you ask that question, you notice like the visor from one of the these suits light up as just a beam of light is emitted, and it kind of just like scans over the house and it dispels that cover.
I'm gonna look like a potted plant.
We checked the upstairs.
I'm behind the
I
door.
am a ficus.
What was there a back door?
We checked upstairs. Can we go check if there's a back door?
Gotta
Well-
turn around and look.
Yeah, can we go downstairs? Like
You go
check out
through
the downstairs.
you go through the bottom part of the house. Thankfully, in the kitchen there is a back door that leads down into just like a small, like fenced off backyard.
Okay. So, yes, there's a back door. We should go that way?
Everybody go that way. I'm gonna see if I can distract these guys.
Try not to get seen, actually.
Okay.
And she just continues out back.
Okay.
I am loath to leave Chloe alone.
I'll be right behind you, I promise.
I trust you. Let's go.
Okay, I follow the others.
And they're like, as everyone begins to go out the back door, there's a very hard pound at the front door.
So I'm gonna use my bard's glove to make a duplicate of myself. Then I'm going to give that duplicate the instruction to open the front door and run. And don't stop running. But not until I go out the back door. So hopefully the duplicate can get past these guys and take their attention in the opposite direction that we're going. Of course, if she gets clotheslined, she's dead because she only has 1 HP, but maybe it won't happen. So
Distraction tactic.
create the duplicate, then I head out the back door,
Okay.
and the duplicate heads out the front door.
And as the door opens up, you just hear a deep echo, like an echoing voice inside the helmet saying outsider detected. And then you lose connection with that with your clone.
I don't stop to see what happened. I just keep going.
All right, and all of you come back into this backyard, and there's just a small wooden fence around it.
Up the fence.
Jesus.
Good. I mean, are we good to just stay here?
No, we gotta go.
They're coming through
We
the
gotta go
house.
now.
We're
I'm
still
pretty
on the.
sure my distraction just got vaporized, so we should go.
Oh, I can see the memories of that. No, not the time. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Did we shut the kitchen door behind us? Should we lock that?
I mean, we shouldn't mess with anything else. Let's go. Because anything else will distract them
Okay.
to us.
We locked the bottom lock, so we were able to shut it and not have
Okay.
to worry about like a key. Okay.
All right, so let's make our way through the backyards, a la The Last of Us.
I mean, if you hop the fence, you're like in the alleyway in between the houses, and you can just make your way out.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
think-
it was backyard.
No.
Backyard.
No.
Can
Alright,
I
so-
do? Can
awkward.
I? Can I do like a prestidigitation in the opposite direction of where we're running, where it sounds like a bunch of garbage cans are being tossed over and a cat going like
Sure.
okay, I do. And then gonna keep running.
Okay. Where are you guys running to? Like to the mayor's place? Like making sure to
Yeah.
stay off of the main street at the moment.
Probably for now. Yeah, that's probably the smart play.
Okay. Evie is like pushing me more and more and more out of this chair.
What's up, homie?
Okay.
Like, Dad, my turn.
Yeah. No.
She
she's
is
like,
is
"This
laid
my
down,
chair."
sprawled up, but her butt is turned up to where her hind legs are sitting. So she looks like a displaced slinky dog right now.
It's like, Dad, my turn.
It's my chair.
Yeah, she likes to think so.
Mhm. It is her chair.
My back says otherwise.
Yeah, just like how my heating pad, my hoodies, my blankets, all of that is hers.
Yep. But yeah, you guys thankfully are able to make it out of the alleyway and stuff and make your way up to the mayoral estate. More than likely, the two suits of armor probably gave up after they completely obliterated Clone Chloe.
Cloney.
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 There you go. It's now
Aw.
Cloney. It's now Cloney.
Place is not clowny.
Or it could just be clone with CHLONE. Or
Cloney's
Yeah,
more fun to say though.
KHLONE.
Clowny.
Cloney is more
Alright.
fun, yeah.
All right,
But-
pull up on this piece of shit house.
So you
Oh my god.
you get up, you make your way to the estate, and you honestly expect to see a lot more damage given the explosion that you technically were able to witness even from the phage. But everything outside, the garden, the stonework, the house itself, looked to be in pristine condition.
Hmm.
Suspicious, frankly.
Yeah.
That Mr. Blue character's. I don't know about him.
Yeah, I don't think we should ever do a job for him again.
Yeah, I am in
Can we
agreement.
look for like a window that we can actually see through?
You could see that there are a couple windows, though in order to get to them, you would have to trounce through a very dense set of rose bushes.
There's not an actual walkway up to it,
There's a walkway up to the front door.
but in order to get to the windows, you have to go. Through
You would have to go
bushes.
into like the garden and up through the bushes, then pull yourselves up to see into the windows.
Damn you, landscapers! All right. I know because I am one. Anyway. Hmm.
And I cast Decay on the rose bushes.
I mean, you could.
Just out of spite.
Yeah, I do. I cast my hand over it, and it's like a sickly green stuff, and they immediately like wither.
And as it does, you hear the roses scream in pain as they wither and die.
No!
Oh shit, Vac, I'm sorry. I
No!
feel hate in my heart. I'm sorry.
Oh no, why would you do that?
Look
What did
away.
they do to you?
And,
They
and
live here.
not only Vanica heard that, every one of you heard them scream in pain and then die.
Why was I able to hear that?
I think they were alive more than what they were.
Oh my! Do you
So-
think there were souls in the roses?
There's always souls in roses. These were just talkable roses, maybe. I don't know if they're talkable,
I
but
do-
clearly if they're screaming.
Can I do an
Roses
Arcana check
don't
to see what the fuck that was
scream.
about?
You
Yeah,
can
I'm
do
gonna
an
assist
Arcana
you on
check.
that. Yeah.
Can I
assist
go
it.
up and start talking to a rosebush that is alive?
Wait a second. No. Hold on a second. I've been waiting years for this. Give me 1 second.
Literal
Y'all know I
years.
could just-
Plants.
Y'all know I
Literal-
can instantly talk to plants and
I
animals,
have
right?
speak with plants as well. And
But
I
she
don't
wants
have to
be
use
able
a
to
spell
understand
slot.
them. That's what she really wants. She wants to understand the plants.
Yeah, it
not-
was like I don't have to use a spell slot to cast it. So, can I look at the
I don't
rose
either. I
bushes?
could just talk to it.
Yeah, can you? Are you going to no
Yeah, why
longer
don't you go
cast
do that
decay on
instead?
it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna cast. It was just the one-time thing because I wanted Danny to be able to look through the window, but there were rose bushes there, and also I have
You
hate
could
in
have
my
asked
heart.
them to,
There are
asked
still
them to move.
rose bushes there. They're just decayed now.
Okay,
It's still
well,
thorns everywhere.
well, are you just
Like,
barefoot? You're just barefoot wherever you go.
I was thinking of other ways to go about this, but
I'm trying to help. You know what?
to.
Fuck
That's
me,
great.
I
Killed
guess.
my
That's great.
cousins.
It's great.
Why don't you talk with the ones? I'm guessing it's like there's rose bushes on both sides. You could probably
Yeah.
talk with them over there. Okay, why don't you go talk with them and tell them I'm sorry. I'm angry.
I ain't apologizing for shit.
All right, so what are you guys
do?
doing to go about this? Who's doing what?
Vanica was
I'm
gonna.
talking to the plants.
Yeah.
You
Standing.
go to the other plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw what happened to the
How
other guys?
close are you getting to the plants as you communicate with them?
I would say within 5 feet. She's gonna try to do like the whole like, crouch down and talk to them. And be like, my goodness, are you guys alive? Can you understand me?
We're hungry.
Do you need some water?
Feed us,
Or
sister.
better fertilizer?
Sister, feed us.
I can get you some water.
No. Feed us
Does it have-
them.
Does it
Oh,
have to
yeah,
be
this-
human? Does it have to
This
be
is
mine?
a feed me Seymour moment for sure. Vanica doesn't know this. She's like, feed them? No, we're not doing a Venus flytrap sort of situation here. No, I can't. Wait, you do blood or flesh? What if I get you a rat? Would you
Feed
be
us
satisfied with a rat?
the outsider.
The racist plants. Racist
All right,
plants.
and never mind. Cast fucking decay on all of them.
Me yoinking that apology back so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Just be like,
Outsiders.
Can I-
are they saying this in common or in plant?
Plant.
Plant, okay.
What are they saying?
I think they're carnivorous.
Oh.
Ah.
Can you give
And
him a rat?
Well, I think
Good find
they're-
him.
I don't want to judge because I am always the last person to judge. But I think they're racist.
Yes. She's on board.
Are you serious?
They specifically said the outsiders, so I don't know if they meant non-plant, which is still not appropriate, or they meant non-human because they said them. So they included Danny, so I'm assuming they mean anyone but
But
then
which
there's
outsider?
like me.
Which outsider? Because there's like at least 4.
They said
yeah, ask them which
outsiders.
As someone who's actually
There was an S
traveled
at the end.
planes,
Can you ask them which one? I'm curious before we kill
Just-
them.
Wait, what was Danny gonna say?
assuming that I have actually traveled planes before, I know what outsiders means.
Technically, you traveled the Fey realm to here, but like the general terminology for outsiders are usually
those not of
it's
that
limited to of those who are not of that realm. Though, from what you've gathered inside of Silverkeep, it feels like they've extended the meaning of outsiders to also include tieflings.
Good lord.
Okay.
Don't they know we invented peanut butter?
Because it's like
Um,
outsiders
I think
would be
that's
like
right.
would be like any sort of like devils, demons, stuff like that, like those who are like outside the moral plane.
ask them which one specifically and tell them we'll think it over.
Veronica, I think you want to back up.
I'm actually a little confused why you guys are so curious as to who's the one that looks the most delicious to them. I'm just gonna tell them no, and I'm going to do the rude thing and just pretend that they're not there, and I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away from them.
Okay.
Like,
Aw.
I'm sorry, and just.
And they just keep chanting, "Feed us."
Yes, feed.
I
They're
want to
cult-
cast
they're
speak with
cultists.
plants.
Get
I want to
them.
cast speak with plants, and I'll be like, which one of us?
Oh God.
Feed us one, we will reward.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like an entire one, or just like
Feed us one, and we will reward.
Can I
Mhm.
toss
Danica, who
them my little
understands-
antler?
Yeah.
Vanica, who understands plant, is going, I'm sorry, you're seriously contemplating this?
No, I'm just curious. I'm a scientist.
How about
Can I toss
what?
my antler,
Huh?
like my little piece of antler I took off? Can I toss that into the roses?
And you do, and then it just gets shot out of it.
Ah, okay.
What did they mean by considering things, Danica?
Concerned that Zenith is considering maybe feeding one of you to the plants for science.
I'm not. I just was curious who they were talking about. I'm not actually gonna do it.
But then they
Good.
tempted you with a reward.
I don't care. I'm not a 5-year-old. I don't give a shit about that. What could they give me? Dirt? Okay. Don't
Hold
need
on,
that.
hold on.
Whoa.
Shut
Hold.
Dirt can be valuable depending where you get it from, thank you.
Not
Chloe.
to
But that's
me.
not the point.
Chloe,
What?
clone's
Cloney.
not gonna work here, is it?
I can only do it once a day, and
Ah.
she already got vaporized.
Right. Oh, so they just poof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's got one hit point, and if she gets
Yeah.
poked
Yeah.
poked by a child with a stick,
Okay.
she just is destroyed.
I'm really glad that you're not leaving a body count. By the way.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
why haven't we burned this bush yet?
So right, Danny. And I
I-
cast decay.
And as you cast decay, again they scream out in agony as it just withers and dies.
Meanwhile, Zenith is just maniacal laughter.
No,
I know they
think
were
I-
assholes. They can't help their nature, but come on, guys.
No, I just am.
I'm
kind of
just
pissed
gonna
off.
go ahead and
Look.
just clean your ears out and like, all right.
It's one thing to be carnivorous. It's another thing to be like racist about
I
it.
draw the line at cannibalism.
I'm okay with cannibalism.
But I draw the line at
But I
being
draw
I'm
the
okay
line
with
at
Fallout
racism.
76.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so
Don't call me
here's the
out.
front door. Here's the front door. I
Yep, you do.
trying to open the door. Probably locked.
Door opens up.
Well, damn! I hold the door open for everybody.
As
You,
Again.
you.
Oh, the alarm system.
no
Yeah, that's
alarm
right.
goes off.
Oh, it's
Okay.
a silent alarm.
Oh. Oh yeah, it is the mayor's place.
Oh,
It is a very big place.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
got
that tracks.
this very gauche decorating
As
skills. I
this
see.
is actually, this is cool though. I'm gonna do this too, is to just to let you see. It's a 2-story map.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh. Is that the...
All right, there's the first floor.
Oh. That
Very
is
beautiful.
huge.
Okay, so we got a lot of ground to cover here.
That is
Yeah.
so big. Oh, I'm excited.
That means there's a lot of traps here.
Mm.
Oh, there has to be.
I mean, the bushes were a dead giveaway.
As soon as we're all inside, again, I'm going to close the doors behind us. And if they have like a deadbolt or like a bar lock or anything, I'm going to lock it.
Yeah, it's less of a deadbolt and more of just that giant plank of wood that goes over the double doors.
Yeah.
Just
I will
that
put
wooden
that in
bar.
place, just so we have no surprises.
And as soon as that goes down, lights flicker on in here as you look inside. You look to like what would technically in most places of this size be the foyer. Open skylight above you. Though you do see suspended from it are a couple chandeliers seemingly there to provide light once, you know, night comes. On the inside is just a very exquisite looking fountain surrounded by 4 stone pillars, each of them with a torch facing the fountain itself, and a large statue of an elven gentleman. Around his head is just this glorious looking crown.
Ugh.
The floor beneath you is of like just like a a crushed and layered marble setting. Though you could have sworn that this place caught fire, though there doesn't seem to be any sort of fire damage anywhere or any hints that arson had even recently taken hold.
If I recall, the reason why we set up the bombs was to destroy the connections between here and the central keep of corruption. So
No,
would
we
that-
originally thought that we were just blowing up the mayor's
Right.
house, but it was delayed
Yeah.
and it ended up being over there,
Right,
wasn't it?
but Mr. Blue
But
told
Didn't
us.
two
We
explosions?
also blew it up in the wrong spot, didn't we?
I don't remember.
No, we
No.
did exactly as Mr. Blue said, which was blow up the mayor's house.
Blow up the basement area, like just set it in the basement and go. That's all he said.
Hmm.
So my idea is that yes, we might have destroyed the actual connection between here and there.
But there's a basement.
Was
What was down there?
the dolls. The dolls were underneath here.
Mm-hmm. Not the dolls, the statues.
The statues. The mannequin things that teleported my fucking brain.
Yep. That's what they were. They're mannequins.
Yeah. So I don't even know where to begin here.
But I think first thing is while we're perusing this place, if we see any mannequins, don't touch them.
Fair point.
You'd think that would go without saying, but I've been
It's
proven
me.
wrong before.
Should we like spread out?
Should
Or
we maybe at least go in groups of, not just by yourself?
Not a bad plan. You want to do this like an old dungeon delve?
Sure.
Okay.
What does that entail?
slightly offensive to my people, but okay.
What?
Dibs
Did you
on.
used to live? Did you
Actually,
used to live in like a maze or something?
Maybe my ancestors did.
Then how do you know if it was offensive if it's just a maybe?
Said slightly offensive.
But
Eh.
that's reporting it as a fact that it is slightly offensive. Slightly describes the level of offensiveness, not the level of veracity.
And it still stands. Maybe
Anyway,
maybe
well-
my ancestors specifically didn't, but some of the
Hmm.
people like them did.
I will also trail off after Danny as well. Are you going that way? I could go. I
Yeah,
guess.
I figured left first. Also, I kind of want to take a closer look at this statue real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, just before we move out of this room, we should probably search this room.
Yeah.
Um,
Out of character, this could be where a boss fight is, and I don't want to fight a stone thing.
well, luckily I'm here. I got one of those new swords.
If you're checking that out, can I assist Danny in checking out these statues?
Just trying to see if it's like not exactly familiar, but at the very least recognizable.
It's not familiar to you in any sense.
Can I do an
Not in the
investigation?
sense of like warrior or like
Ooh.
mage or just regular person.
Are there any runes on it?
Given the way that it looks, it doesn't seem to give off any sort of stature as to like any form of an adventurer.
Are they all the same or different?
Or you're looking at these statues around the thing.
Yeah.
No, those are just stone pillars.
Oh.
With a singular
Apologies.
torch
Gotcha.
placed in a sconce, and
Okay.
that's all seems to be facing the central area here of the fountain.
Okay.
This,
Fair
on the
enough.
other hand, is of a very distinguishing looking elven gentleman dressed in like a fine robe with a large book in one hand and a crown around his skull.
I look up at him like, I didn't know he could read.
It's
Is it not the mayor?
when you look up and at the statue, you just see that there is like a small plaque, and it says Lord Zathway.
Oh,
Oh, that's him. So Zathway was the mayor.
no, he
No.
used to live here like ages ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the crown.
But it's possible that they didn't just take the statue down. Because, respectfully, I don't think because Zathway was like seeking power, I don't think he would just stoop to just being the mayor of Silverkeep.
Out of character, did you tell us about what you saw when your mind went to the central area?
Yeah, I told you. Because
Yeah, the
remember
crown.
his head snapped and looked right at me.
And he was wearing the crown.
He was looking like a creep.
Does he vaguely look familiar like that?
Would I know if he looks familiar?
He has a lot more skin on his face.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's not a decayed skeleton. That's what I see.
Okay, so we have
Is the-
confirmed the person in the central area is Zathway.
Is the crown the same that you saw?
Yeah. Yes.
DM?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's missing like the golden features and the gems and stuff like that, but it definitely looks the same design at least.
It's a little
Hmm.
simpler, but yeah, it's same dealio.
So you're telling me that the racist assholes are the ones that are responsible for the corruption?
You're telling me the racist assholes are elves? Yes.
I'm offended. 'Cause I always play an elf.
But
No,
you don't play
you
a
play an
high
el-
elf.
Yeah, you don't play a high elf.
High elves
That's
suck.
true.
Regular
Yeah.
elves are fine.
Hey now.
Yeah. High elves.
Hey now,
Oh.
you're a rock star.
God. But our Belial's totally the exception, not the rule.
Of course.
Arbaro, he's just a different type of asshole.
Oh, Arby.
He's our asshole.
Ew, gross.
That's not where that was going, but you said it, not me.
Ew.
You said it, not me.
No, you. Okay,
I said it the way that it was meant to be said. You thought it wrong.
we're adults. Can I look
Yes.
at the statue and see, like, is there any writing of what the name of the book on his arm is?
You don't even have to roll.
Oh, wow.
That's the same
Awesome.
book you're carrying.
Wait a minute. Your patron, Zathway?
No, 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 no.
Yes, I think that's the realization.
Wait,
going,
I
"Oh,
have
fuck,
so many.
yes."
Wait. I have so many books on my person. Which book?
The one that you use to communicate with Zenoa.
Oh no. Oh.
Or
Fuck.
rather, your patron used to answer to him.
I need to sit down. I sit
You
down
guys
on the
have
side
been
of
staring
the
at the
fountain.
statue for a really long time. Should I be concerned?
Yes.
Oh,
This is kind of related to why we're here. Not the statue itself, but the person it represents.
the mayor.
No. That is a very old person. That used to
as
live.
the conversation is going on, you hear a door shut somewhere on the upper floor.
House
I
is
take
haunted.
off in that direction.
Clay.
I have to follow. No, they said don't be alone, so I'm gonna follow.
All right, I guess we're following.
Who's all following?
I'm taking up the rear. Wait, where's Vanica?
Cast-
I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
Cass,
go.
don't
right
forget
there,
Pop
yeah.
Tart. Don't forget Pop Tart.
I can't move Pop Tart.
Yes, you can. You have control.
It doesn't let. Well, now I can. I couldn't before.
That
Min.
means you could before.
I mean, I guess I'll bring up the rear as well.
Healers in the back, tanks in the
I
front.
wanted
Let's
I
go.
wanted to hide and see who can walk out. I just want to
Yeah.
become the ficus. I want to be the tree. Be the houseplant.
I don't like this. This is not great.
I mean, you could still disguise yourself as a ficus in the back.
Hell, I'll carry you.
Just turn yourself into a cactuar. Oh no! you don't- No, oh, no.
Uh,
I wouldn't wanna
This
mess
is my
with you.
emotional support ficus.
You speak with plants, oh yeah, I can talk to you.
So you heard the door shutting coming from this area.
I'm too zoomed in. Oh, okay.
I'm headed in that direction.
Just keeping pace.
Well, move yourselves. I ain't
Oh.
moving you.
Well, move yourselves.
Okay.
Sorry, Chief.
I am having my head on a swivel and keeping an eye out to see, one, if there's anything else going on, two, if there's a hidey spot. Like, I see
I'm
a
al-
desk. I
yeah.
could bolt under the desk if all else fails.
I'm keeping an eye out behind us, make sure nothing comes up, like, and tries to sneak us.
Okay.
Guys, why'd we go up the stairs, the flight of stairs that were further away when we could have just gone up the ones over here?
Because the
They were the ones I
DM's
was
an
closer to.
asshole.
I was on the left one. I'm sorry.
Okay, so as
where
you...
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, from where I am, can I see if that door there is open or closed?
From where you're at, it appears both doors in this hallway right here are closed. With the doors would be here and there.
Hmm.
Do we see the person?
You do not.
I am going over here and like flattening myself against the wall so that I can attempt to just crack open that door and peek through.
Okay. Can you give me a stealth roll?
I sure can. Yes. 22.
22. Thankfully, doors are very well oiled. And you reach up and you just slowly push the door open. And as you do, you see into what looks to be just a very comfortable, possibly drinking / smoking room.
And the is there any lights on in the room, or is
There
it...
are lights currently. There's currently a chandelier that is not on the map, but it is hanging from the roof, sort of like illuminating the room. You do also see that there is a fireplace, but it is currently not active because, well, it's middle of the day.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly open the door more and more to get more of a look into the room. See if there's anyone in here.
Give me a perception check or investigation. I'll let you choose which one you want to do.
Oh, perception. Please, perception. No
May
more
I-
intelligence rolls.
May I assist in that or no?
No.
Gotcha.
15.
15. Doesn't seem to be many people in here, though you do see, as you like peek in, you do see that the table over here seems to have not a wine glass, but a ceramic mug with a small plate next to it with a like what looks to be like a half-eaten Danish.
Okay. So if I don't see anybody in that room, then I am going to open the door all the way and I'll look back at the group and do the universal "I see something" symbol pointing into the room, and then I'm going to continue making my way down towards the next door.
And I so want to make everybody try to understand hand signs.
We all have the same
We
number of
all know
fingers.
what
It should be
this
fine in this
means.
campaign.
It's true. It's the main reason why I did it, because it was funny.
Okay, so you come to the next room. Door's locked.
Is there a gap at the bottom of the door?
There is.
Okay. Let me double check, make sure I can still use this ability. Yes, I haven't used this today. I will shed skin, turn into a small snake, and poke my head underneath the door.
Okay. And you poke your head underneath the door, and what you look into, like a very large room. Not much is in here. You do see that this room also has like pretty much an adjacent fireplace to the room next to you. Kind of figure that during the day, you could, or during the times that it's not on, the person in this room could probably slip between these rooms through the fireplace. There is a large like collection of fur rugs just near said fireplace, and there's a singular chair with a table next to it, though nothing currently on it. But what catches your eye even more is down in this area here, you quickly see somebody walking down deeper into the room, and from where you could see, it just goes into just an expansive master bedroom.
Okay. Zoro, would Chloe know, is Vanika's speak with plants thing also, does it also give her the ability to speak with animals, or is it just plants?
It does. I can do both.
Okay, so
I was able to calm the
I was going to say,
horses down.
I'm going to implore the rule that since technically, I'm just going to say that you can talk as a snake. You can talk to your companions.
okay.
Yeah. But I do have,
That's
it's called
so
Speak with
cute.
Beasts and Plants.
Mm-hmm.
So is
Right.
my ability.
Okay,
So I can talk, I can communicate with beasts and plants, just kind of back and forth. So
I think one of the rules I want to bring over that are in 2024 is the sense that when druids or other people with the ability to shape change do say shape change into animals or whatnot, they're still able to speak common. They're still able to speak to their companions.
Aw, I
I'm on
want to
board
do
with that.
parcel tongue.
Well, I mean, I could speak to you in primordial. That's kind of like parcel tongue.
That's
Um,
true. That's true.
Before I double back to my companions, while I still have my head poking out underneath that door, I do want to look up at the door latch and see if I can see a lock on it.
It's a good thing that you do look up, as there is like right above the door frame just like this spike that is just like pulled back and just locked into place, like right above the door frame. You probably kind of put two and two together that if you threw this door open without disabling this trap, somebody's going to get nailed in the chest the moment they walk in.
Good to know. Okay, so I will then double back to my companions and tell them exactly what I saw.
Okay.
Did you
What
get
did
a
the
chance to
person
look at
look
who that?
like?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what did that guy look like?
He
You
was a
caught
bit
boots.
far away, yeah, and I'm very
Oh.
small right now.
Okay,
So
okay.
it was-
I didn't ask that in
angle
character.
was
I just have you up going like, here, I'm your own little platform. Like, okay.
So we go through the fireplace.
I can probably disable the lock on the door.
We can go through the fireplace.
I mean,
Is the fire burning right now?
No.
No.
We-
Okay.
probably could, but
But there are people on the other side, right?
Mhm.
There's somebody.
Fine.
Wait, wasn't there
Yeah.
someone in this room?
I mean,
Yeah, in the other room, yeah.
well, and apparently what they
there's
saw is
nobody.
over here.
There was nobody in this room. There was just mug and partially eaten food on the table in that room.
So like whoever that person was must have been in here eating their stupid little fucking Danish. They went through the fireplace when they heard something, or I don't know.
I suspect that the door that we heard was them going from this room through the hallway into this room.
Okay, so we should
they
be
did
able to
go
go
in
into the
this
smaller room.
Yeah, that's why I left the door to this room open, because there wasn't any people in there. And if you guys wanted to poke around in there while I was checking out the other door.
Oh, I thought you meant like there were people. When you said this, I thought you meant like I see someone in there, and I was like, oh, okay, so I won't go in there.
Mhm.
Tell you what, in case they somehow circumvent all of us in there, do you want someone out here keeping an eye?
Yeah, you could have Pop-Tart stand guard.
I mean, if it helps, I have a way to stand guard and hide myself if someone were to walk by.
Can you turn into a plant?
Not yet, no.
A ficus.
but
She's just a
but I
cactus.
see that the wall is made out of stone.
Moss on stone.
I have a way to become one with the stone.
Walls are not made of stone, they are made of wood. The only
Fuck
stone
me. Never
the only
mind.
stone work was in the foyer itself.
Oh, so this isn't
Arts.
stone right here?
No.
And no.
Oh.
This place not go up in flames. Anyway, okay. Well, that was a good idea while we dreamed it.
Well,
I
I
think-
could still try really hard to look like a plant.
I think if we want to confront this person, if that's something we want to do, I'll just slither back under that door, disable that trap, and open it up from the inside.
Why can we not go through the fireplace?
I mean, we could.
Avoid
But
the
we don't
trap
have to.
altogether.
But that way you don't have to be alone trying to figure out a lock. We could just go through here and then we're all good. Because
I
what
mean-
if they come back up behind you over here and then we can't? We're just over.
I could probably disable it as a snake. I mean, it's probably just a simple latch or something from the inside.
The trap too?
But here's the thing about that. If you set off the trap, you spook the host.
I don't know.
If you
I think
think
seeing a snake trying to disable a trap is going to spook him enough.
No, it's the
If
trap itself
you-
going off.
If you think we can all, heavy armor users included, make our way through a fireplace silently, then yeah,
Who's-
let's do that. Otherwise, let's just use the door.
Kind of looks at everybody's like, who's wearing heavy armor?
Heavy armor, medium armor. I know some of us have disadvantage.
No armor.
No armor.
I'm not just talking about you, Danny.
Right. That's the
Oh,
ground.
Zafira?
I have.
Oh, thank God it's not me. I was like, oh shit, let me look at mine real quick. Oh, thank God.
I have scale mail.
Oh, that's
I
medium
was
there.
like,
Mhm.
ah.
I believe scale is at disadvantage on stealth.
For
yes.
stealth.
Mm.
For stealth, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I have studded leather armor because my shield buffs my fucking AC. I'm like, oh, thank God. Ooh, ooh. Because I'm sword and board technically.
So if you think we can silently get through the
Ah.
fireplace, all of us, then by all means.
As this
Otherwise,
conversation
I'll
is
just
going
open the
on,
door.
you hear
Mhm.
that door unlock.
Which door?
The second door.
This one. And out walks just a very portly looking high elf. And he's got like an armful of papers. And he stops and he just stares at all of you.
I immediately ducked behind the stairs because I did not move myself from the stairs over here. I'm just like,
And Zafira, are you not Zafira? Zen, are you looking down the hallway at this moment?
This hallway or
Yes,
this hallway?
that hallway, the first hallway.
Yeah.
You see, like as you're peering down it, that elf that pops out. And if Zen, you're looking down, not Zen, Vanica, if you're looking down too, this is the mayor of Silverkeep. And that's where we're ending for this time.
Motherfucker. Great
Hey,
session.
he's still alive.
he got fat.
He got really fat.
Too many Danishes.
Too many Danishes. He's been
Being
living
many
off
also
of-
says that to you.
I'm just thinking of the freaking Pat Oswald, all the ham. Give me all the ham.
It's only one tiny morsel.
But yes, that is going to do it for us this time around, everyone. Thank you so much
Oh
for
my
tuning
gosh.
in. We will be back later tonight at 8 o'clock for Vigilant 6, our 100% completely homebrew superhero game. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be back on Monday for another episode of Destiny Forged. Tuesday is going to be the return, I believe, of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. Thursday, we're coming back with more Tricorn Isles, that's the one, which is another 5th edition game that I am running. Friday, I am trying to make Friday a session 0 for Starfinder. I don't know if we're going to bring that up on stream or if that's just going to be something that we do in private. So keep an eye out for that announcement. But Saturday we'll be coming back with yet another episode of the Downfall of Propriety, which is a mini adventure, Bridgerton inspired D&D game that is being run by Malls. And then we'll see you all here in 2 weeks for another episode of Withered Wastes. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you later.
Bye-bye.